Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Mingus Marauder Football. This year's Verde Valley TV presentation of Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at larrygreenchevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, business and sporting apparel and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic. Send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan. They've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Now let's head to the field with your play-by-play announcer, Jackie Bessler.
Welcome one and all here to the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome, home of the Lumberjacks. Jackie Bessler along with Nick Yatsenko, and we are out here tonight for the Mingus Marauders and Flagstaff Eagles. So the Grand Canyon region is going to be determined here today. Bradshaw and Coconino go at it across the town here today. Winner of that one will most likely take the Grand Canyon region. The winner between Mingus and Flagstaff will... Well, actually, I should put it this way. The person who does not win here tonight will take that bottom position most likely in the Grand Canyon region here tonight. So, both the top and the bottom are going to be determined here this evening in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Huge games, and how exciting and fitting that we're playing up here in the Dome against Flagstaff. I've been here myself many times of these tough games up here in the Dome. No matter how good we've been, playing up here in the Dome is just different, and Flagstaff always brings their competition. Quite a rivalry we have between our two schools. So, yeah, Jackie, it's going to be a dogfight to stay out of that last place spot.
Well, I got to ask you, as a player, what is it like to play on the NAU Lumberjack field?
It's incredible.
Yeah?
It's so incredible to be in the college locker room, to step out on a college football field, to be in that college, atmosphere, and it really is something special. Typically, you only get to play in the college atmosphere when you're in championships or in playoffs, deep in playoffs. So to come up here and play in the Dome is super exciting. It's just a different feel. It's a different vibe, and I'm sure the players down there love it.
Well, it's kind of going to be a playoff feeling here tonight for both of these teams. Mingus losing to Mojave 47-0 last week. Flagstaff falling to the Prescott Badgers by a score of 30-13. We're going to take a break here in our pregame show. When we come back, we'll recap both of those games, go through some stats and more from the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome here for Mingus Marauder Football. We'll be back after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Jacoby.
And back here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome, Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko along with us. And going through, well, the last game, not a whole bunch of positive win for the Mingus Marauders. Mojave, the Thunderbirds really controlled and dominated the game pretty consistently. They put up 14 in the first quarter, 14 in the second quarter, 13 in the third quarter. I mean, just methodical. Mingus, of course, did unfortunately give Mojave, the Thunderbirds, just too many good field positions, but, you know, there were a few bright spots for the Mingus Marauders in that.
His parents for supporting me and Chase for encouraging me to play for the first time. That's number 26, Carson Betcher.
That is a huge weapon, so Marauders have that going for them. They have some
next senior we want to honor is Chase Brown, number 1.
Defensively last week, we did have some action. That Houseman had a sack on defense.
Chase has played quarterback for the Eagles here tonight. His father, Derek, his mother, Eileen, his sister, Taylor, and Diego Cardenas, his best friend. Favorite flag high football memory, seeing the way the community and fans all came together every Friday to watch us play. Just playing.
Oh, certainly so. I think that, you know, that may end up being, you know, turnovers is probably could be a key to the game, just about any particular game, but certainly will be a key to this game as well here tonight. Taking a look at the Mingus Marauders schedule, St. Mary's is 5-3. They lost 24-20 to Northwest Christian. They will be on the road at Paradise Corners. St. Mary's, by the way, is number 15 in the power rankings. Astoria Foothills is 6-2. They lost 20-14 to Deer Valley. They are now number 22. They'll take on Lake Havasu, who is number 8. So it's getting a little bit tight and scary for them. Top 24 go to playoffs here this year. The top 8 have a bye, and then 9 through 16 play round 1. Younker is 6-2. Now they've lost 2 in a row, falling 36-19 to Lake Havasu. Tonight they are at home versus Prescott. We'll see how the Badgers do against them. Bradshaw and Cocoa, they will match up here tonight for the Grand Canyon Region champion, possibly. They beat Buckeye 56-20. Just to do anything they wanted to in that game. They are currently number 4. Cocoa is currently number 5, right behind them. And Mojave's coach is telling we need to go back down to 3A. Really? You're doing great in 4A. Prescott is 4-4. They beat Flagstaff 30-13. They are at Younker. Cocoa, like I said, will match up for all the marbles with Bradshaw at home here tonight. They beat Lee Williams on the road impressively, 28-12. Now, Maricopa ends up, they are 5A, number 18. They're actually in a potential playoff situation. They are now 5-3 as they take down Sunnyside, 21-14. They are at Nogales. Ooh, that's going south, as far south as you can go. Mojave shut out Mingus, 47-0. They will match up with 5-3 Lee Williams, and Lee Williams will be playing for their playoff life. They are sitting on the bubble at number 24 right now. Flagstaff lost to Prescott. They will host Mingus here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, and Lee Williams once again is on the road at Mojave. Now the Flagstaff Eagles, they have 1 win coming in here. Mingus is looking for their first victory of the season.
Yeah,
after graduation, he does plan on attending college.
Against Tempe, they won 48-12. Tempe is 5-3 and number 35. So Flagstaff had a good win there. Otherwise, all else, Jackie, they've had a tough season. First game was a big loss against Marcos Deniza. Then they lost to Paradise on the 56 points. Then they lost after they won at Tempe here against Tempe. Then they lost at Paradise Valley, which is also where they lost their starting quarterback for 4 years, Chase Brown. Yeah. We have called him what a great athlete he's been, and unfortunately he will not be finishing the season with the Eagles. I saw him coming in before we got set up, and he's got that leg all wrapped up, and he's got a heel so he can get ready for his next adventure in life. He's a great athlete to watch, so he's sorely missed, and after Chase Brown goes out, the next 4 games, they'll be able to put together 26 points. So they only scored 6 against Bradshaw, 7 against Mojave. They were able to put up 13 against Prescott and hold Prescott for 30 points. So that game was pretty good for them. Back to the quarter. Flagstaff. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to look at that Flagstaff-Prescott game and some stats between these teams when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome.
Whether you're doing new construction or turf,
years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump simple fixes, now offering plumbing service 282-2250 or visit Best HVAC.
And future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdivalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create.
Well, my stepdad. Ladies and gentlemen,
okay, out here today, the Badgers and the Flagstaff Eagles, 30-13. That was quite a bet. Put together a pretty decent alt. No touchdowns, 1 interception, but on the ground, Aiden Garcia had a game. Starting running back, 27 carries, 156 yards. They had 200 yards on the ground. They had 307 yards of total offense, only able to find 4
teams making playoffs this season. Really, anything goes. A couple games left for each of these teams. Talking about it before with just going over some of the stats for the Eagles on the season, Jackie. Yeah, they definitely missed Chase Brown. I'm just going to touch on the senior for the Eagles, who is out tonight, and the rest of the season for the Eagles. But what an amazing job. 115.1. I mean, he was dangerous. Also used his legs. And then, like you called it, we had Valdez and Custer step up. Valdez for the Eagles completes 20 passes on 49 attempts, has 223 yards on 43 attempts. Valdez tonight. And then going into yards on the ground, also the junior, like you mentioned, against the Badgers, that they will be looking for Carpenter, the senior for the Eagles tonight.
No doubt. Well, for the Mingus Marauders here tonight, Bejarano still trying to find his sophomore feet out there. 63 for 149. He's got 689 passing yards, 4 touchdowns on the season, and so far here on the ground, it has been, well, running back by committee, really. It certainly has. Rice has got 51 yards on the season. Stokes has 150, 191 for Chubb. Chubb is available here in the backfield. Most likely, we will probably see Remington Stokes start in that running back position here tonight. Tim has 103 yards receiving. Rice still stuck on 99. Get him the ball already. Okay. Stokes with 82. Chubb with 82 yards receiving as well. Some of the Mingus Marauders have 17 total turnovers here for the season. However, Flagstaff has 21 turnovers on the season. For the Mingus Marauders defensively, well, the Mingus Marauders are led by Ethan Moore and Ryan Stokes. Both have 50 total tackles on the season, 49 for Rice, 47 for Moreno from his safety position out there. 5 interceptions here on the season. Moreno has 2 of them and leads the team. Mingus with a of 11. So that'll be an interesting piece here tonight to see how those two things actually work together. Speaking of working together, there is definitely a team that has been doing absolutely phenomenal. The girls flag football team for the Mingus Marauders.
Girls just 9-0 against Mojave, and up next is the number 4 team in 4A entirely is the Flagstaff Eagles. So, and then the Marauders will end with Lee Williams, but what a tough game. Flagstaff 10-1, number 3 overall.
And their loss came to Prescott 17-14.
Wow.
Prescott, who has only given up points to like 3 teams this season altogether.
Truly incredible. And that'll put the Marauders at number 5. Could be a little bit lower with that second loss we suffered, but boy, the girls flag football team is doing really well.
Oh, certainly so. And, well, the second loss was actually in a tournament, so it didn't actually play a role as far as got Lee Williams, who's number 3 with a victory over the Mingus Marauders. So it is going to come down where the Grand Canyon region is going to be well represented in girls flag football.
Yeah, and even it translates right to the varsity tackle. Boy, both sports doing it. The girls flag football, congratulations you guys, and keep it going.
Well, you got Snowflake number 1 on tackle football, Arcadia number 2. Those two still have to play each other. So the Titans and the Lobos, one of them is going to fall, although they may not even fall out of the 1 and 2 because you're playing such straight. Saguaro out of Tucson, number 3. Bradshaw still hanging out at number 4. Mojave is at number 5. Here's what's interesting. Mojave is to number 1 Snowflake and number 2 Arkansas, trying to pop into that top 8 because, well, you get a bye in the first round. That is huge. Mojave here tonight. A win against Mojave would knock Mojave out of the top 8, but would probably ensure that Lee Williams is going to go to playoffs this year. Yes.
Right, crazy with 24 teams. I mean, it's really anyone's game. Things could change a lot. And, man, like you said, if Lee Williams wins, a lot of the Grand Canyon region looking to be represented in playoffs.
We're going to take our final break here in pregame here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. When we return, we'll go through some starting lineups, the keys to the game, and the coin toss coming up after this.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles.
Come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, we have got Rice, Stokes, we have Watson and Chupp are going to be the captains out there for the Mingus Marauders here today. As Flagstaff, well, that is very cool, as they have Chase Brown out there as one of the captains out there for the Flagstaff Eagles. How about that? Want to thank our friends at Sparklight for sponsoring our coin toss out here today. And of course, Sparklight proudly serves the Prescott Valley, Cottonwood, Payson, Sholo, and now, are you ready? Verde Village area. Yep, we're talking to you. Sparklight has brought their most fast, reliable, fiber-fueled internet to the Verde Villages, and they are offering 1 gig fiber for only $29.99 for the first 3 months. Restrictions do apply, so make sure you visit sparklight.com to learn more. That's sparklight.com. Sparklight, always working for you. All right. Looking to see who else we have as captains out there as the coin goes way up in the air.
It was a big toss.
Yeah, it was. It was halfway to the rafters here at the NAU Walk-Up Sky. No, I'm kidding.
It was to the other side, to the other official.
It was, okay. So it looks like, I think the Mingus Marauders won and deferred. And Mingus is going to be working from left to right across your... No, I believe that perhaps it was the Flagstaff Eagles who have won and deferred. Mingus is going to get the ball first, and we'll start from the left side, going to the right side. Mingus Marauders here offensively. Look along the lines like this. Isaiah Ortiz and Tristan Tim are going to be the wide receivers out there. The line is going to be Austin Lyon starting at left tackle. Jordan Watson, left guard. In the middle, General Trenton Patton. And at the right guard will be Landon Backus. Joseph Esquivel will be the right tackle for the Mingus Marauders. Slot positions are going to be Ethan Moore on the left side. On the right side, in the wide position, Cameron Houseman. And the quarterback here today starting will be the sophomore, Hunter Bejarano. Remington Stokes expected to start for the Mingus Marauders in the running back position.
Yeah, and Jackie, just to build this one up a little bit before we get our kickoff here, Flagstaff Mingus history goes deep, folks, real deep, much deeper than the stats I'm going to give you right now. But how about this? The last 10 games, Mingus has the edge, 6-4 against the Eagles in the last 10 games. The last 5 games, we put a microscope on that. We are 2-3 against the Eagles. So the Eagles trying to flip the switch there, and Marauders, of course, trying not to let that happen. Also, Jackie, like we talked about pregame, nobody wants to be last place. Got to win this to stay out of last place in the region.
Looks like Ortiz and Moreno will be back for the Mingus Marauders. The kicker for the Flagstaff Eagles, Gael Castrita, will kick off for the Flagstaff Eagles. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. It is high, it is deep, And here at a mile high, it goes into the end zone for the touchback. That certainly helps. All Bronco kickers through the years have taken advantage of high elevations.
Seriously, man, that works. Flagstaff loves that. They're going to make the Marauders start on the 20. It's going to be a long field, but here you go. Crucial. See if we can open up.
Oops, sorry about that. Flagstaff Eagles in their green uniform. And it is a different green from the field green, so we can tell if they are standing or laying. Mingus Marauders will come out in a 2-receiver set. Bejarano out of shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, and a run for the Mingus Marauders to start this one. 5 yards for Remington Stokes.
Yeah, good job by that left side of the offensive line there, getting up on their blocks. Man, the back is up on a linebacker. That's great blocking.
I got to make sure that was indeed Stokes that was running the ball back there. Bejarano comes in with the new play from the sideline. And yes, that was Stokes in the backfield. 5 yards, so 2nd and 5 for the Mingus Marauders at their own 25-yard line. 4-receiver set now. Halseman in the slot on the near side. Man-to-man coverage, and there is going to be the handoff. They find a little bit of a seam and a hard run. And getting the ball out to the 27-yard line is going to be Stokes, so that is going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and Halseman had a really nice block here on this edge. Called that a crackback block where he's running on the inside, and boy, the Eagles just do a good job. A couple of the linebackers come up and the safeties come up, join them on there. They read that play well. Kept the Marauders to a real short game.
See if Mingus decides to run 3 plays in a row here. There's the snap. Quarterback steps back, looks to throws, but behind its receiver intended for more. And we'll see if the Mingus Marauders looks like they are going to change it out. Stokes was waving to the bench going, come on, we can do this.
Yeah, and if you're Ethan Moore, you young wide receivers out there, you got to get to, looks like just past the 30 for your first down. Even if Ethan Moore catches that, he's going to be right at the line, maybe even short of the line to gain. So nonetheless, don't have to worry about it. Here we go, punting.
So it looks like Stokes is going to be back to punt here for the Mingus Marauders. Decent snap. The kick is up. It is high. It makes the man move, and it is going to take a bounce right at the 40-yard line and go out of bounds at the 36-yard line. No return. Well-placed punt out there, but decent field position for the Flagstaff Eagles. Valdez will start off. Running backs are going to be Garcia, and they typically have 2 people in the backfield. It's going to be Cleary. That'll be Tayan Cleary in the backfield also. Starting offensive line out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. Right tackle, James Cerna. Colton Ashby is going to be the left tackle. The right guard, Angelo Argumendo, and there's going to be a run out to the near side. Mingus catches up with it, stops it right at about 4 or 5 yards. And the first run out there is going to be by Cleary, and Cleary will pick up 5 to start the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yeah, good job by Sousa there on the tackle. First one to wrap him up, and he kind of wrapped him up from behind and had to stop his feet there to keep him from going any further. That was a good job.
Trevin Yazzie, starting left guard. Center, Isaac Monroe, and it's going to be a run to the right-hand side. A first down and more as they get across the 50 into Mingus Marauder territory at about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the Eagles getting to the outside. They used the far length of the field there, the open side, and oh man, that's just a jet sweep to the outside. They beat the Marauders to the edge and get the first down.
Picked up really good yardage on that one, about 12 on the run. There's the snap. They do hand it off. It's going to be Garcia. Garcia, right side, just buries the head and goes forward for about 4.
Yeah, Garcia's a tough runner. I mean, he's not looking to juke or spin or anything. He's lowering his head, lowering the shoulder pads, looking to hit. That time the Marauders kept him in a real short game. That was a good job.
Garcia, listed as a junior. They don't give him a size, but a pretty decent sized running back there in the backfield. They only give him 2 on the carry. 2nd and 8. Here comes a pitch coming in the near side. Cut up underneath and running away and on his way to the end zone. And he'll be caught by Tim. A touchdown saving tackle out there by Tim. Will Carpenter, the speedy wide receiver, takes the end around all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Wow, and you can see the replay there on your screen. I mean, wow, Carpenter, very small in stature, but makes up for it in speed. My goodness. I mean, there's just nothing. He cut up that hole, and he's really agile. That's a tough man to tackle right there.
And there's the handoff. Garcia rumbles into the end zone to score first for Flagstaff, the Eagles. Their first drive goes 64 yards into paint dirt, and they'll lead 6-0 with 8:22 left to go here in the first quarter.
And the lights go out. How about that? You can see on your screen there, I think, yeah, there's the celebration lights. They just dimmed them on us for a minute. Now, what execution by Flagstaff. That's a tough start here for the Marauders.
That's going to make it hard to snap the ball and kick it, and the referees say, okay, enough. Now here we go. Let's go for the extra point kick here. McHood with the kick. It is up, and it is good. 7-0. Eagles on top. Mingus will get the ball back right after this.
Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, the Flagstaff Eagles on top early, 7-0. Mingus will get the kickoff and an opportunity here at a second drive. 3 and out. Mingus sputters here to start this one. Kick is deep. That's going to be in the end zone and a touchback as well. So Mingus will start at the 20 once again.
Yeah, just gives the offense an opportunity to put together a drive. Absolutely need to. One of the keys to the game, Jackie, we're going to talk about it till it happens, is getting points on the board. Got to score. Got to score. You want to win a game. You want to get your offense some momentum and some confidence. Got to put points on the board. And what better time than now? Offense has 80 yards to go.
Have you ever noticed that a high school band is so much louder inside?
Yeah, especially in a dome.
In a dome,
yes. Right over to us.
Here come the Mingus Marauders. 4 receiver set. There's the snap, and Stokes takes the handoff, and he'll go over the left-hand side, pick up 5. That's how he started last drive.
I gotta say too that the band is huge. I mean, the band is double both our football teams.
The band is larger than certain 1A schools in the state of Arizona.
It's so true, and kudos to them, man. That's why, another reason it's loud.
Sedona High School looks at the band and goes, man, we only have double that in all of our student body. Bejarano out of shotgun, takes a snap, and there is a handoff. Ooh, met at the line and shoved back, but he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Tried to do a jump cut out there, and there was no place to jump cut to.
Remington Stokes.
And Isaac Monroe, playing defensive line out there for the Eagles, does a really good job of getting off Patton, getting off the center, and making a good play. Linebackers right there to help him. That was Garrett DeGraff also.
Mingus looking for their first down here. They need 5. Set up at their own 25. They put 3 receivers to the far side. Moore's going to set up in the slot. They put man in motion. That's Ortiz. Bejarano has to escape. Puts the ball up. It is short. It is picked off at about the Mingus Marauder 37-yard line. And the interception out there by number 18. That's going to be Jacob Bigoody.
Oh boy, and that's a rough one for Mingus. I know Hunter wants that one back. That is a tough throw right there. And that's what happens when you're throwing under pressure, right? Hunter's definitely scrambling a little bit, and he throws back across his body, so he can't get everything on it, and the Eagles, DBs are all over it.
So Mingus has to turn around and play defense, gives up the ball at their own 37-yard line. Quarterback, A.J. Valdez is back, throws it up too deep. Oh, and a flag is going to be thrown. The back judge is going to throw a flag against Ortiz, wearing number 9 out there. And if they have him for pass interference, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it's looking. I mean, not much contact, but I guess Ortiz was right up on him.
Oh, holding against the Flagstaff Eagles.
All right.
But no. Okay, so I think he pointed the wrong way.
Yep.
All right.
Indication, I believe, against the Marauders.
So it is going to end up being a 10-yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders. New line of scrimmage is the Mingus 27. Automatic first down. And here comes Garcia, left-hand side, going low for the tackle out there is going to be Chubb. Garcia will pick up a couple, give him 2 or 3.
Yeah, and Garcia is just going to be one of those running backs all night that's going to keep delivering hits. I mean, Chubb does a good job keeping him inside, right? He's on the edge, and what Chubb's doing is making sure he doesn't bounce it outside, and Garcia just runs right at him.
2 backs in the backfield, and they will give it to the second back, cutting up and under. It's going to be Cleary. Cleary gets down to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21, takes a big hit out there.
Oh, man. Coach Gebhardt in middle school used to say lay a lick. That was a big lick out there by Remington. From that safety spot, man, just runs up, and you could hear that hit clear as day up here.
Cleary picks up 4. 1 back in the backfield now, and there's the snap. It's going to be an outside pitch, and it is caught in the backfield quickly. That is Tim. He read that one like a children's book at 9 p.m.
And we need it. We absolutely need it. I love it. That's the night story right there. Oh, that was a good one, partner.
4th and 8 now, as Cleary loses some yardage. And we're going to see if they're going to come out. Looks like they may go for a field goal attempt out here.
Wow.
So it's going to be Cluster is going to be the holder. Eli McHood is going to be kicking it. And it is from the 32-yard line. The kick is up. Holy goodness gracious. There is plenty of leg, but it is off to the left. Mingus' defense holds. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, huge stand from the defense right there. That's what you love to see. That was that was a really far kick. You're right. I mean, McHood's got the distance, just barely misses it, but man, we'll take it, Marauder Nation. We got to get this ball back, which the Marauders are about to line up. March downfield. Ironically, we're at the 20. That's where we've started all night.
42-yard attempt. Had it been accurate, it was good. Might have been good from 52. Holy cow. 4 receivers set for the Mingus Marauders. It's going to be a pitch to the near side. Oh, bumbles the ball. Remington Stokes plays patty cake with it, gets it back. He'll lose 4, though. Had to stop all of his progression and try to get his hands back on that ball. They're going to give him 3 as a loss.
Yeah, and he just does a good job of focusing up to grab a hold of that ball, just a pitch to him, and he, just like you said, kind of plays hot potato with it a little bit and grabs it, but by the time he does that, few Eagles in the backfield.
3 receivers set, heavy left for the Mingus Marauders, 1 back in the backfield. 2nd and 13. Bejarano does snap the ball, gives it up to Stokes. Stokes will stretch his way out. Somehow did not get his knees on the ground. He did a Superman all the way out to the 22.
Yeah, and that's just the hard running that Remington Stokes does right there. He refuses to go down. All you young running backs, he's a good one to watch. He definitely keeps his feet moving, and yeah, he extends his arm all the way out as much as he can, trying to give the Marauders daylight, but still ends up being a 3rd and long here for us.
3rd and 7 for the Mingus Marauders. 3:42 left to go in quarter number 1. The Flagstaff Eagles scored on their first drive. That's where we sit. 7-0 your score here on KYBC AM 1600 and 96.3 FM. Bejarano takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, has a little time, has a man, throws it, overthrows Tim, and that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus unable to get their first down out here tonight.
Yeah, and it's not going to be an easy task here in the Dome. I mean, like we talked about at pregame, this is a tough place to play. Flagstaff, this is their home. They love playing in this environment. This is tough. The turf, it's all different. But yeah, partner, the Marauders punt team going to do their best to try to flip the field right here.
Moreno comes out to punt here for the Mingus Marauders. He did a little bit of punting last game, and he'll put a boot in this one, and it will come down. It will be returnable. McHood takes it and will get hit. He scrambles away. He's across the 50, the 45, but we have a flag at the 50, which normally gives an indication that the Flagstaff Eagles will start on their half of the field.
And let's see, that's kind of in the vicinity of holding. We can only hope.
Still waiting for the call out here.
And it looks like they're going to back the Eagles up a little bit.
Illegal use of the hands will go against the Eagles on the punt return.
That's an interesting call. Illegal. They pitch it to Stokes. Stokes finds a hole and leans forward with as much as he possibly can to get to the 25. Poor Stokes has been to the 25 3 times now.
Yeah, tough yards right there too. I mean, Stokes is keeping his feet moving, and he's got a couple Eagles on top of him trying to get him to go the other direction. The young man continues to move those feet. That's all you can do.
So here come the Mingus Marauders. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. And Bejarano takes a snap, steps back, has a little bit of time, throws, has a man on the near side. It is caught. That is going to be, I believe that is Tim with the first down reception. That is the first down for the Mingus Marauders. 6 yards, just got past the line, but, well, he got it.
Yeah, couldn't have come at a better time. Marauders need it. Only 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Crucial first down there. Good catch by Tim.
Mingus, 1st and 10 now from the 31. They give it to Stokes. Stokes will make sure that they tackle him forward. That is one good thing that I really do like about Stokes. He is always falling forward.
Yeah, it's always a gauntlet, right? All you running backs know what that is. You're running through a gauntlet. You got to keep those feet moving. You're getting hit, but you still got to go forward. That's what Remington Stokes does.
Well, quarter number 1 is done and in the books here. The Eagles leading the Mingus Marauders. See if Mingus can continue a drive. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance in the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, on and their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 9 their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
And the Jones Auto Center's in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford, Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out to Buckeye.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit.
Mingus Marauders, 2nd and 7. Bejarano has got a scamper. He gets out, looks for a block. He hits the 40 down the sideline near the 50-yard line. Goes out of bounds on the Eagles side. They're going to mark him out at the 49-yard line. A huge run for the Mingus Marauder quarterback.
Yeah, Bejarano showing off the legs, man. Haven't seen that enough this season. Love to see that from the sophomore quarterback. Great job. That's how you get to the edge, man, and streak down, get your team the first down all by yourself.
15 yards on the run. If you are rejoining us here on KYBC, sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties out there, but hopefully KYBC is back on board with us. There's the snap. Handoff is, no, it's going to be Bejarano who follows his lead blocker, and he'll pick up a solid 4.
Yeah, Bejarano does a good job. That's an option for him. He can either hand it off or pull it and keep it himself. And what he's doing is he's watching that defensive tackle.
Actually, the harder thing is to make sure that Stokes doesn't take it.
You are not wrong. He wants it.
Wrong.
He wants it.
All right, 6 for the Mingus Marauders just underway here. A second quarter action. Mingus down 7-0. 4 receiver set. There is the handoff. Going up the middle, it's going to be Stokes. He'll get past the 45. And they're going to mark him down right there. So they're going to give him 1. They put the ball back to, there we go. Let's go to the 45. Thank you. That is going to make it 3rd and 5 for the Mingus Marauders. Now this is actually huge. Mingus has 1 third down conversion. They need to get another right here.
Yep, especially on the Eagles side of the field. This is crucial. Got to keep this drive going. You're in Eagles territory right now. Big 3rd and 5 as Coach Midkiff sends the play in with Hunter.
So part of the question is are you in 4-down territory already?
If you're not, you're close.
Loaded line for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap, and we have a stop and play. A motion penalty against the Mingus Marauders. That will be a hard one. That'll make it 3rd and 10.
Oh, yeah, and you can see all the Eagles clapping their hands. That is a crucial penalty. That narrows the playbook down quite a bit. I mean, really, you're almost in a must-pass situation.
Unless, of course, you're in a 2-down situation.
That's right. We could be there, too.
Tim will go all the way to the top here for the Mingus Marauders. Looks like it's man-to-man. There's the snap. Bejarano's back as a little time puts the ball up. Has a man intended for Moreno. He never turned around to see it. On the defense out there was Freshour, the defensive back. And I'm not sure that Moreno ever saw the ball in the air.
I don't think so either. Eagles.
It is a false start. Now, do you take it or do you leave it?
Boy, I'd say you decline it.
And make it 3rd down?
Make it 3rd.
They're going to make it 3rd down, so they do not take the penalty out there.
Yeah, wise choice by Coach Midkiff.
3rd and 14 now for the Flagstaff Eagles. 3 receivers on the near side. Everybody with their hands up in the air trying to figure out what the call would be. Now moving to the opposite side. They're going to go far side of the field. And Nias Cleary, one of the receivers out there wearing number 88. 4 receiver set. There's the snap. Quarterback's back. He looks, he throws, has a man. Carpenter's open, and it is off the fingertips. That was well thrown, and Carpenter slowed for just a second. Had he not, I think he was absolutely gone on that one.
I just finished my exhale. That was close.
I haven't breathed since the first quarter. What are you talking?
Oh, goodness gracious. And that was very, very close. Carpenter, like you called it, just off his fingertips. And he would have been gone, but Marauders hold strong.
Mingus Marauders, deep man at the 50-yard line. And it is blocked! And it bounces out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
How about that special teams play right there?
That was either Backus or Hasseman getting in there with the block. I'm going to say Backus blocked it because he's got a much bigger body to block kicked footballs.
And he stays out on the field, right? So he gets the high five there.
Yeah, I think he
blocked it. Then he's got his hand on his hip, takes a couple of deep breaths, and now it's time to play offense. And how exciting blocking that. Get the ball right there. They can almost taste Pater.
First and goal from the 3 are the Mingus Marauders. First and goal from the 3. Bejarano out of shotgun, gives it to Stokes. Stokes puts his head down into the end zone. Touchdown, Mingus! Stokes gets the first touchdown for the Mingus Marauders here in the Grand Canyon region and makes it 7-6. As the Mingus Marauders are an extra point away from tying this one up.
Oh boy, it is going to be a dogfight. Love to see it. Remington Stokes, congrats. Missed you the last couple weeks. Great to have you back. That's hard running right there from our running back. Gets us in the end zone, potentially to tie this thing up.
Bejarano is going to come out to hold. Stokes is going to try to make it all 7 points as he comes out for the extra point. Play clock is still running. There's a snap. Good snap. Hold is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied with 4:52 left to go in the first half. 7-7. We're back after this.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, Mingus is going to kick off. Now they're going to kick off to the Eagles. The Eagles won the toss, elected to defer, so the Eagles will get the ball first here on the opposite side of our Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show.
That's right. Marauders still have time to come up with a stop, get the ball back with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left. I know that's what they want to do.
So I believe it is either Correa or that is Midkiff kicking. It's going to be a pooch kick. It's going to bounce and roll at about the 30, picked up by one of the upmen and winding his way for good field position out to the 41-yard line. Flagstaff will start well out there, and I didn't catch a number on the runner out there.
Carpenter. Oh, wide receiver for the Eagles picked that one up, so
don't kick it to
that
him.
for hands. Right. Right place at the right time. Marauders do a good job of wrapping them up.
2 receivers to the near side. Tight end on the far side. 2 backs in the backfield. There's the snap, and it's going to be a pitch to the far side. Mingus tries to cover it. Ooh, getting through a couple of tackles and then punished after about 2, maybe 1. No, they're going to give him 2 on the run. That's going to be Garcia.
That's good hard running by Garcia. A couple Marauders get in the backfield early on that one. Garcia able to catch a good block from his wide receiver on the edge and cut up field for just, like you called it, a couple.
Apologies, Cleary on the run. Number 23 out there. 2nd and 8 for the Flagstaff Eagles from their own 44-yard line. Knotted up at 7s. Valdez takes the snap, looks downfield, looks to throws, and it is knocked away by Ortiz. That will be pass defense. Now, if he would have gotten both hands up on that one.
That's all right. I'm not worried about them both, man. That's a great defensive play by Ortiz. He has been all over Carpenter tonight so far. All over him.
Well, they've been sharing Carpenter. Carpenter has had Tim on him, Chup on him, as well as Ortiz on him. 3rd and 8 now from the 44-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers near side plus a tight end. There's the snap. Valdez looks to the near side, throws, wobbly, out of place. Intended receiver out there, Zeke Jim, and it falls to the turf. 4th down now. Mingus will get the ball back. An impending punt coming up. Mingus blocked the last punt. Mingus has 1 timeout and 3:51 left to go here on the clock. Assuming that Mingus gets the ball back. Tim sits deep at his own 20-yard line. Punter sits at his own 30. There's a snap, decent snap. Punt is going to be low. It will be deep. Tim will go back. He'll take it at about the 14-yard line. Trying to come to the near side. He's got some green grass. Looking for a place to go. Block in the back is going to bring it back. Tim is going to get past the 50 out to the 45. But the penalty flags, there was a whole Bermuda Triangle of penalty flags out there.
There most certainly is. Every ref threw a flag, and am I biased by saying I didn't see any block in the back?
Oh, I did. Yes, you are slightly biased. There was a Flagstaff Eagle that looked like he was rear-ended by a 1978 Chevy pickup truck.
Oh, darn it. All right. We're going to move back.
Yes,
great return by Tim.
Fantastic return by Tim. And he had a block.
The refs are all talking about.
So which one should we do?
Which flag do we go with?
What number do you have? I've got 4 numbers. Okay.
Yeah, that discussion is only taken a while for placement purposes.
Right. So which one was the deepest one? Well, my flag was the deepest. Why don't we use my flag?
They've got to be almost into the dinner conversation now.
Right? All right, we're going to pick up that one. We're going to pick up that one. We're going to pick up this one.
And that's how you do house chores.
And then we're going to drop another one down at the 23-yard line.
Oh, so the furthest one back.
So they call it a hold. And then there's an unsportsmanlike, which is, another hold. And that one's going to be against the Mingus Marauders. And it's going to be first down wherever they happen to place the ball. So the umpires got the ball at the 23-yard line. And if you remember Price is Right, the little guy walking up the hill, and back he goes. And then he is going to stop at the... Oh, he didn't have a ball. I'm not sure that he's allowed to move like that without the ball.
I wasn't going to call him out because that took a while to sort. But now, after Tim's huge return, man, we have our backs almost up against the freaking goal line there.
So 1st and 10 for the Mingus Marauders at the 11-yard line. It is time for big plays. 3:33. Threes are wild here in the second quarter. There's the snap. They hand the ball off. And darting forward for a couple. Give them about 3 is going to be Stokes.
Garrett DeGraff for the Eagles linebacker, doing a good job stepping up, and Stokes is going to bring a hit, and Garrett does a good job matching that.
Bejarano comes back with the play. Now, 3:10 left to go in the second quarter. Mingus with only 1 timeout. There's 2 sides that you're playing to this. You need a first down, but you also don't want to give the ball back with lots of time if you don't have
to.
Flagstaff has all 3 timeouts available to them. There's the snap. Pitch comes to the near side. A little bit of running room for Stokes. Stokes goes toward the sideline, gets double teamed out of bounds, and he is up around the 18-yard line. That is going to be close to a first down. See where they're going to put it. They do put it at the 18-yard line, so that is going to be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they didn't mark him out of bounds technically because the clock has been rolling. So
2:22 left to go. General Patton comes to the ball. Gets his center squat. 1 back in the backfield. 2 receivers set. And Watson stands up. And that's going to probably cost us 5.
Yeah, he knew he was guilty. Just stood up. And then you saw the kind of the head shrug. Been guilty of that a couple times myself.
I wasn't going to say that.
Watson just owns it.
Yeah, well, what else do you do? It's on film.
He could have started, I guess. He could have just started the play.
Yeah, I could have, but All right. Let's see. Ortiz in, Hasseman out. 3 receivers set, and now we have a timeout. Mingus takes its third and final timeout with 1:42 left to go here in quarter number 2. It is 3rd and 8 when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
3rd and 8 for the Mingus Marauders. 1:42 left to go here in quarter number 2. Mingus has got to be careful. So more than anything else, they really do need to execute on a first down here.
Yeah, most certainly, Jackie. And like we were talking in the break, you got to be extra careful. Extra careful.
Flagstaff showing blitz. There is the snap. Here comes the blitz. They put the ball up. Downfield is going to be Stokes. It is off him, but the flag comes out. And that is going to be automatic first down. Number 16 getting the penalty out there.
Landon for sure.
Fresh Hour, I think.
Fresh Hour just draped all over Remington. So that's I'm surprised the flag wasn't thrown a bit earlier.
Draped like a living room window heading west.
That's right. That's a good picture right there.
All right. So the Mingus Marauders pick up the first down on penalty. That is absolutely huge as they move the ball and if nothing else, they flip the field. And a second pump, and there we go. And it is going to be Tim. More contact against Tim, but no call made.
Lots of contact there. Tim was also looking for a flag.
Clock is stopped at 1:29. Mingus with no more timeouts now. 2nd and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, this is where the wristbands could come into play, right? Because once that clock starts rolling again, Marauders no more timeouts, and they got the length of the field to go.
So you got 2 receivers to the near side. Empty backfield here for Bejarano. Steps back, has a little bit of pressure. He's in trouble, and down he goes. And then there's extra activity. And now Mingus. No, let's see, this clock stops with 1:23. I think Flagstaff called a timeout now. So Flagstaff calls their first timeout, seeing if they can possibly get the ball back with a 3rd and long. We'll take a break with the Eagles. We'll return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Returning out here to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. I think that was a well-called timeout out there for Flagstaff. They have 2 more. 1:23, but Mingus now with a 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18. So, do you throw the ball? Do you run the ball? If you run the ball, you at least force Flagstaff to call another timeout. 1 back in the backfield. 4 receivers set. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. Puts the ball up. Has a man downfield. It's going to be Stokes. Oh! Just couldn't quite come back to it. It was just barely underthrown out there. And a conversation going on between Stokes and the Flagstaff Eagles. Don't need that. That stops the clock with 1:16 left to go, and Mingus probably in a punting situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Love the play call, right? Love the chance. Man, we were going for the first down. Remington almost comes up with it. Now we got to flip this field.
Low snap. Kick is up. Kick is going to be taken at about the 44-yard line. Comes up the middle and finds a little bit of room. A flag comes in late. That could be huge. A good return into Mingus Marauder territory down to the 45-yard line as Noah Sochal returns the ball, but the flag sits at the 43-yard line. Ball went down to the 45. Let's see what this is and if it is a blocking penalty against the receiving team. Looks like it may be.
Yep, that is definitely going to go the Marauders' way right there.
They are going to put the ball back to the 47-yard line of the Eagles. So the Eagles have 2 timeouts and 1:06. Oh, now they move it down to the 46-yard line. 7-7 your score as we are 66 seconds away from the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show. 7-7 our score. Empty backfield out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. Valdez steps back, looks to throws, and has a man. He is taken down. Pass completed out there to 22, Jace Adams, the tight end, as he will pick up about 7.
Yep, 48 seconds, clock's rolling, Flagstaff's going quick.
And here comes Valdez. Valdez looks left, throws, has a man out there, and then out of bounds. After the first down is going to be Carpenter.
Yep, they had that one drawn up, man. Carpenter looks to that sidelines to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Goes all the way across the field and picks up 13. Stops the clock with 39 seconds left to go. Huge situation out here for the Mingus Marauders. Defensively, trying to keep themselves alive. There's the snap. Quarterback is back. Looks to the left-hand side. It is thrown. It is caught. It is caught inbounds. That's going to be Jim. They put the ball at the 30-yard line, and we may have a timeout. A timeout is called. Second timeout here for the Flagstaff Eagles as he was tackled inbounds. 32 seconds. We're going to leave it here for a second with one more timeout for the Flagstaff Eagles. So do you think that was a good timeout called?
Yeah, I do. I do, especially since that was inbounds. Clock was going to continue to roll. They only got a couple yards on that play. So, yeah, good timeout taken by Flagstaff. They're going to think about it. They're going to come out right now. I would imagine that the Eagles are putting together a couple plays in a row. So they're going to have a couple plays lined up to go here because that clock's going to keep rolling.
Do you still have the ability to run the ball at this point?
You do, as long as you know and that your entire offense knows what the next play is going to be. You can try a run. I mean, it's a bit more risky, but most certainly you could try as long as you have the next plays lined up.
Carpenter all by himself on the near side. I wonder if they're trying to do a one-on-one here to the near side. 3 receivers far side. And a flag comes out there. A throw up underneath. Mingus tries to crowd it and will get it down at about the 26-yard line. A gain of about 3, but we do have a penalty flag thrown, which is going to stop the clock with 24 seconds. And we have an illegal shift against the Flagstaff Eagles. So I'm wondering why they let the play go then.
Yeah, I mean, now you've got to reset the clock. They reset the ball.
Well, maybe they let it go just in case Mingus came up with an interception or something like that. So here we go. 2nd and 13, 18 seconds left. Mingus comes after the quarterback. He throws, near side, throws it out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock with 11 seconds, but we have another flag out on the field. Mingus got very close to Valdez. He was able to get out. It's a procedure penalty against the Eagles, and that's going to back him up. Now, with the ability that they have to kick the ball a long distance, this actually starts to become an important thing. unless Mingus doesn't take it. If Mingus doesn't take it, that'll make it 3rd and 13. With 11 seconds, I don't think it's really a difference, but Mingus does not take the penalty. There's the snap. Valdez is back by himself. Mingus trying to get in there. Quarterback looks, throws, has a man. It is caught, and it is going to be Jim. Jim is down up in Mingus Marauder territory, up under the inside the 10-yard line. 2 seconds left, and it is going to be the last timeout for the Flagstaff Eagles. We'll take a break with them. Final play of the quarter coming up after this.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They are Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
They're going to set up for the field goal.
And you can hear the home crowd yelling field goal.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, a 25-yard field goal attempt coming up by Castruita to try to put the Flagstaff Eagles ahead here at halftime. 2 seconds on the clock. There's the snap. Snap is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Flagstaff Eagles split the upright on the last play of quarter number 2 and take a lead here at halftime, 10-7 over the Mingus Marauders. We will be back for the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show after this.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They are Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
Well, we got a tight one for you here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. The Mingus Marauders here at halftime are trailing by a score of 10-7. 10-7 if we can get our score updated there on our screen. And it was a very interesting first half here for the Mingus Marauders. First quarter, well, the Flagstaff Eagles scored on their first drive, and everybody kind of went, uh-oh, whoops, a 5-yard dive by Garcia, as the extra point was good by McHood, and it was 7-0. Then with 4:35 left to go, still in the first quarter, the Flagstaff Eagles actually attempted a 42-yard field goal. The distance was fine. It was wide left, so Mingus survived that one. It was still 7-0. Then second quarter action, the Mingus Marauders with 4:32 left to go. A blocked punt by Backus sets up the Mingus Marauders at the 3-yard line. Remington Stokes decides that's going to be close enough, and he does it with his legs, gets in, dives, would not be denied. The extra point by Stokes was good, and it was 7-7. Mingus, a good stop, and then got the ball back. Their drive stalled out. The Flagstaff Eagles got the ball kind of in the middle of the field. Couple of decent pass plays downfield. They got themselves down to about the 10-yard line. Worked out to be a 25-yard field goal attempt by Casarita, and it was good. Here we are at halftime, 10-7.
Yeah, just a good job by the Marauders defense to close up after that first initial drive by the Eagles. I mean, that looked scary. First possession, they were able to spring a couple big plays and get in the end zone. And since then, Marauders do a really nice job forcing a turnover, making stops, and then forcing Flag to try these field goals. They had a successful field goal at the end of that half there to just take the lead, but Marauders are going to talk about some adjustments at halftime. And boy, Jackie, just like we talked about, we finally got on the board, right? That was one of the keys to the game, score, and we did it. Now the offense has some confidence, some momentum, got to build off that. Going to have to find pay dirt again if we want to win this.
Certainly so, and this is a big one. Whoever doesn't win this game will most likely end up last in the Grand Canyon region. I think they pretty much mathematically have to. This is the Hyundai at Cottonwood halftime report. We're going to go into high school scores here in just a moment, but you know what? Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. You can stop by and test drive one this weekend and see for yourself. Hyundai at Cottonwood, easy to find. They are right above Larry Green Chevrolet on Rodeo Drive and next to Walmart in Cottonwood. And you can check them out anytime you want, even here at halftime, online at HyundaiofCottonwood.com. HyundaiofCottonwood.com, serving the Verde Valley, the Quad Cities, and beyond. We'll take a break here in our halftime festivities with the Flagstaff Band on the field. We'll return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini split's making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Well, the Flagstaff band still on the field out here entertaining the crowd at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome here. It is 10-7. The Mingus Marauders trail the Flagstaff Eagles here at halftime. For the Mingus Marauders, Bejarano, the sophomore quarterback for Mingus, 2 of 12, just 12 yards, 1 interception here tonight, but he's got 11 yards on the ground, 3 carries, one of those a sack that went against the Mingus Marauders. Stokes has got 13 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown, and most importantly, that is the first rushing touchdown of the season here for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, deservedly so. Stokes runs really, really hard. That Marauders offense has deserved a lot more than that, so it's nice to finally see that come to fruition.
So for the home squad here for the Flagstaff Eagles, you've got Valdez, who is 8 for 13, 69 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. However, that final drive, he was 4 for 4 to set up his squad in a situation for the final 3 points of the first half. On the ground, Aiden Garcia has got 7 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Also fumbled the ball. Carpenter, with his end-arounds, has 2 carries for 48 yards. He has been a menace out here for the Mingus Marauders. As you look at the squad, Zim has 2 receptions for 29 yards. You've got 3 receptions out there for Carpenter for 18 yards. One of them a huge negative reception as Chubb just read the play, came up and just bowled him over in the backfield, a loss of 4. Jace Adams also has a reception out there for 7 yards. I want to thank our friends at Hyundai of Cottonwood for being our halftime sponsor. And remember, a better commute starts with a better car. How about driving a Hyundai? Hyundai will give you peace of mind. You can test one this weekend. Hyundai of Cottonwood is thinking of you every mile with America's best warranty. They're located right above Larry Green Chevrolet, and that is on Rodeo Drive right next to Walmart in Cottonwood. Check them out anytime online at HyundaiofCottonwood.com. HyundaiofCottonwood.com. We'll take our final break here in halftime. When we come back, we'll talk about halftime adjustments. What could the second half look like? The Mingus Marauders, the Flagstaff Eagles separated by 3. It's 10-7 here at halftime at the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. We're back after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big Brand Tire and Service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, 10-7 here at halftime. And, boy, before we go into halftime adjustments, what kind of halftime scores do we have around 4A?
Yeah, Jackie, some exciting scores around the 4A division. Walden Grove, up 14-0 against Douglas. Prescott versus Yonker. This is 23-24. Yonker has the edge right now, 19-10. That game's at halftime. Number 2, Arcadia is up 17-0 on Eastmark. That's in the second quarter, reported by the Max Prep scoreboard. Independence up 14-8 against Moon Valley. Moving down, Lee Williams 2, Mojave 21.
And that's in the sixth inning?
The sixth inning, halftime. We'll see if Lee Williams can get 4. But no, Mojave's got the edge on that one. And then moving along here, Mesquite 0, Snowflake 28. So the number 1 team in 4A, 28-0 right now. They're handling business. And then how about this, Jackie? In our division, let's just get to the juicy stuff.
Oh, yes.
Bradshaw Mountain High School versus Coconino. This is for the Grand Canyon Region title at halftime. Bradshaw Mountain has the lead 21-13.
21-13. Now, that makes it a one-score game still. However, you got to convert the 2-point conversion,
Have to get it. And you got to hold Bradshaw back.
Yes, you
do. Bradshaw's got another whole half. This is a dogfight, just as what we're seeing here in the Dome.
Yes, well, that would be an outside dogfight because we are in the Dome. They are at Coconino. Coconino, a hard place to play. I believe that Coconino High School is traditionally about 12 degrees colder than any place else in Flagstaff.
Yeah, and it's always freezing there.
It is.
We could go in the beginning of the season, and it's tundra cold.
We have done 7 on 7s in the summer, and it has been like 40 degrees.
Why is it snowing right now? Yeah, Coconino is always cold, and man, oh man, what a good game for the region title that's going to be.
Hyundai at Cottonwood halftime show is going to kind of finish up here with halftime adjustments. All right, so what does Mingus have to do here? Flagstaff is going to get the ball first here in the second half. They're going to Mingus is going to put their defense out here on the field. They have a takeaway. They have a blocked punt. They have a fumble recovery. Those are both huge. They've given up an interception. But what does Mingus have to do here?
Yeah, I would imagine Coach Midkiff and the coaches were talking about the importance of this first defensive series that they're going to have. Can't let Flagstaff go down and get more points right now. They have a 10-7 lead. It's crucial that defense gets on the field. You have a good kickoff, right? Everybody stay in your lanes. Don't let Flagstaff break anything out of it. Don't let them get a good return, right? Get your defense out there. Get your offensive ball back. They can do it. And you know the coaches are telling them in there, we stopped them the rest of the first quarter, for the first half essentially, after that first possession that the Eagles had.
Well, the Eagles have put up some yardage here on the Mingus Marauders. Obviously, coming down in their first drive and scoring. Mingus has given up good field position here to the Flagstaff Eagles a couple of times. Mingus is able to finally take advantage of fantastic field position after a blocked punt, getting the ball at the 3-yard line. And so field position is going to be huge. For me, the second half has really got to be about this. Mingus, you got to be able to sustain a drive. You've got to put a drive together that is going to go the field. You can't count on a short field. You've got to be able to run the clock, run the ball, move the ball, and get the ball downfield here. Put back-to-back first downs here together to get into that end zone. Now, Mingus is in a position here. A stop, they get the ball back. Mingus would be in a position to take a lead for the first time this season.
Yeah, super, super exciting to be in a close game like this. We called it. We knew it was going to be a dogfight, and that's a great call-out, partner. I think time of possession, right? Yeah. I think the Eagles have had the ball longer, and the Marauders, like you said, have got to sustain a couple drives, keep the Eagles offense off the field entirely.
Right.
And that's how you can pull away with a win here.
Yeah. I mean, for that matter, keep the Deagles off the field.
The Deagles, that's right.
You can
defense and Eagles.
Yeah, sure.
You know, the Deagles.
Either one of them. Yeah. No problem. The Mingus Marauders will, I believe, be kicking from right to left here for the start of the second half. Mingus in their away white with the red numbers, the Flagstaff Eagles in the green uniforms with the white numbers. I can actually read them. That's helpful.
It's nice that it's a different shade of green than the field, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we'd be struggling with them.
That is true. So Mingus, the last time they kicked it off to Carpenter. I would suggest not doing that.
Yeah, what a speedster Carpenter's been. You know that they're going to be leaning on him this second half as well.
Well, I mean, you got to go to your playmakers.
Yeah.
You just absolutely have to go to your playmakers. Bejarano, only 2 for 12 here in the first half, throwing the ball. Connected for 2 6-yard passes. Has got to be able to get something down the field. He has been super close a couple of times. Here come the Mingus Marauders. They will push it down the field, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. That's going to give pretty decent field position out there to the Flagstaff Eagles. Mingus does avoid the return, but gives up good field position anyway.
Yeah, that was over to Carpenter's side, so you can look at the flag how you want to. It's nonetheless, the Eagles are going to be in their own territory still, and that's what the Marauders need, right? We talked about time of possession, field position battles. Some of the stuff the Marauders are going to have to start to win here in the second half if they want to walk away from the Dome with a W.
2 receivers near side, tight end to the far side, plus 2 backs in the backfield. Here come the Flagstaff Eagles. They are going to hand the ball off, and it is going to be Garcia, I believe. And that is going to be Garcia. Garcia's going to pick up 1.
Yep, nice job by that defensive line for the Marauders, and gotta give credit where it's due. How about Dawson Rice on the defensive line for the Marauders? Quarterback, running back, and D-line, baby. That's a dangerous athlete right there.
Definitely gives Mingus more speed there at the defensive line. Secondary run. Cleary has found a lane. Gets caught by Ortiz, who spins him out of bounds. It might be a first down. A little misdirection there in the backfield, and they had a good blocking scheme out there. That will pick up 10 yards and the first down.
Yeah, definitely a good misdirection. Caught us up here a little bit off too, man. I was kind of following the play, and the Eagles do a good job getting Cleary out to the open with a couple blockers.
Valdez running back to either side. Same situation, and here comes the running back, and it's going to be a hard run out there by Garcia. Collides with Stokes and picks up 7.
And Remington takes a big hit there at the end of that run, but you know he loves it. I mean, that's what that young man lives for.
Mingus has got to get back to the line. Flagstaff almost in a hurry up. There is the snap. They do give it to the second back. Cleary finds a lane and out past the 38 to the 39, close to the 40. That's going to give him another first down. That's 5 yards, and right away, Flagstaff almost in a hurry up. That's 2 back-to-back first downs. Flagstaff running the ball well. 2 receivers on the far side. There's the snap. They hand it off. Cleary trying to stretch it out. Gets some blocks. Finds a lane. Ridden to the ground. But not until another first down. Give him 12.
Boy, the Eagles looking sharp. The running game's coming alive for the Eagles right now. Marauders have got to find a way to maybe penetrate that backfield and get a tackle for loss here.
First and 10 from the Mingus Marauder 29-yard line. There's the snap. They'll go the opposite way. Here comes Garcia. Garcia, ankle tackle out there by the Mingus Marauder. Short gain of about 2.
Yeah, good job. Moreno making a good tackle out there. Just kind of a shoestring tackle, but we'll take it.
2 receivers top side. Once again, same formation. There's the snap, low snap. They give it to Clary. Clary cuts it up and bounces off a couple of tacklers. Doesn't get the first down, but just outside the red zone. So he'll get down to the 21.
Yeah, big third down here, 3rd and short, and this is definitely 4-down territory. And, I mean, forget that. We know Flag can kick a field goal, too.
They put the 2 receivers to the near side now. There's the snap. Nope, they get the Mingus Marauders to jump. That's going to be encroachment. And the Flagstaff Eagles celebrating the penalty against the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Marauders defense very antsy to, like I just called it, try to get in the backfield, and just too antsy, man. Eagles do a good job with that snap count, get the free 5 yards.
Both drives of both halves, first drives of both halves, done exceptionally well. Different formation out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. There's the snap, low snap. They do give it to Cleary. Little misdirection, goes back the other way. Brought down about the 10-yard line as he'll pick up about 5.
Man, it's been all rushing by the Eagles, too. Marauders have got to be anticipating more rushing, as that's all they've done.
It's been nothing but Eastern European out here for the second half so far. One back in the backfield, and low snap once again. Clary with the ball is ridden to the ground by Moore, but keeps his legs going. He'll pick up a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3.
Yeah, Eagles really putting together a nice drive here. Man, oh man, this is going to be a tough goal line stand. 1st and very, very close, but the Marauders going to have to hold strong here.
8 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. There's the snap. Clary with the ball into the end zone, untouched. An impressive drive here to start the 3rd quarter, all on the ground by the Flagstaff Eagles. There go the strobe lights. That's going to make it 16-7. A 2-score game now on the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and just great execution. I mean, that's what you call having a design drive coming out of halftime.
Setting up for the extra point out here. Ball is down, the snap is up. McCoot puts it up and through. It's going to make it 17-7, 10-point lead. Mingus is going to get the ball back when we return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, the Mingus Marauders are going to get the ball back. The Jones Ford scoreboard here on Verde Valley TV shows a 10-point lead, 17-7. So far, the Flagstaff Eagles have not given the Mingus Marauders an opportunity to run one back. It's all been touchbacks here so far. Mingus has started at the 20 4 times in this game. And this is going to make it 5.
Yeah, nice job by McCood. Boy, that is quite the weapon in high school football to kick the touchback. Tell you, the statistics are not with the offense when they have to go 80 yards. But, like you called it, in our halftime adjustments, Marauders are going to have to sustain a drive, eat some clock, keep their offense out there. So this gives them an opportunity to do that.
Well, now down by 2 scores, they're going to have to not eat as much clock. A quicker score would be much preferable out here for the Mingus Marauders. Stokes is going to go to the far side. It looks like Chupp is in the backfield now for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap and the handoff goes to Chupp. Chupp tries the left-hand side, will bury himself forward for 1.
Yeah, nice job. That's Broden Custer. helping make the tackle for the Eagles.
2nd and 9 from the 21 here. This becomes an important drive here for Mingus. The answer back. You know, when you get clobbered and you're a prize fighter, you get clobbered, you got to look for that.
Got to punch back.
Yep, you got to have that immediate punch back going. Mingus, 3 receivers, top side of your screen. There's the snap. Oh, bad snap. Bejarano's got to run, trying to get to the outside, trying to get to the corner, and he'll be caught in the backfield. High snap, took him the other way. Good pursuit out there by the Flagstaff Eagles, and Mingus is going to be looking at a 3rd and 12 from their 18.
Yeah, yikes, not the ideal situation here for the Marauders. They find themselves 3rd and long, deep in our own territory here. Tim kind of comes in from the sidelines, and he didn't join the huddle, but he's got his wristband, so he was ready.
Hossaman on one side. You've got man-on-man over here with Tim. 3 receivers far side for the Mingus Marauders. They put a man in motion. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. Looks to one side. He's going to run. Looking to beat a man. Does beat a man. Gets a first down and across the 34. The sophomore quarterback picks up the 12 he needed and then 4 more. A Flagstaff Eagle on his back down at about the 13-yard line. And that looks like number 77 who is shaken up on the play. That is going to be Isaac Monroe. Now, he's a defensive tackle, and he is also listed as their center. So that could be extremely costly to the Flagstaff Eagles. We're going to give him a break out here. We're going to take a quick timeout with them as they service him down on the field. Here, we'll return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
.625 here till the end of the 3rd quarter. Mingus a 1st and 10 here at the 34-yard line. They do get Monroe up, and he is not putting pressure on that left leg right now. Crowd gives him a round of applause, and he's going to have another offensive lineman help him off the field out there. And
I hate to see that. To see it.
That is not going to be
he's
good.
definitely in some pain, and like you called it, that's one of their two-way players, big man out there for the Eagles, and hopefully he can get that looked at, and it's nothing too serious.
Didn't see what happened. Mingus Marauders get an opportunity to talk about what to go on here. They're going to go a 4-receiver set to the far side. Bejarano is empty in the backfield. 1-on-1 to the near side. There's the snap. Oh, bad snap. Bejarano's going to run it, and he'll fight to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 2nd snap in a row that has been high and off of him, and he's had to be extremely athletic just to get it.
And I actually want to say that was Remington on that last play. Bejarano came in from the wideout spot.
Aha.
Maybe a wildcat.
Wildcat indeed.
Yeah. But again, the snap, like you called it, definitely up high. I think both times we've seen the wildcat, the snap's been a little bit too high for Remington.
So Bejarano back in stride here. Wonder if that 16 was picked up by Stokes. There goes Chupp. Tries to find a seam on the far side across the 40-45 and a first down. Great run out there by Chupp as he'll pick up 12.
Yep, outstanding job there. Looks like Lyons is upfield getting a block. Nice job by that left side of the offensive line, helping out Chupp.
Football now at their 46-yard line.
Marauders move the chains, Jackie. This is crucial momentum right now they're building.
Absolutely crucial here for the Mingus Marauders to make sure that they keep this thing going. Couple of first downs here, and Bejarano's going to keep it. Gets to the outside, takes out a blocker, pushes forward toward the 50, and they drive him all the way back. And they're going to give him out to the 49, a gain of 3.
Yeah, good hard run by Bejarano. He definitely had an army of Eagles out there tackling him, forcing him backwards, but
would that be a pack, a flight? What would you call
that? A flight. I like a flight.
He got pecked.
He did get pecked.
Here come the Mingus Marauders, 2nd and 7 from the 49-yard line. There's the snap, high snap. They give it to Chubb. Chubb trying to get to the outside. Oh, he does get through. Looks for a block, first down, and then grabbed by the helmet and torn down. He will pick up the first down, though.
Could have been more. Could have been more after he gets tackled out of bounds by the helmet. You saw it there on your replay. A great run by Chubb. That's great play call to Marauders, and even a little bit more of a hurry up. Coach Midkiff, like you said, trying to answer the Eagles in a timely fashion, but more importantly, keep our offense on the field, keep Flagstaff's offense off.
13 yards and another first down as the Mingus Marauders into Eagle territory at the 38-yard line. There's the snap, handoff, chop up the middle, in between the tackles. Across the 40, we have a flag down, though, at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have an illegal procedure against the Mingus Marauders. That's going to put them behind the sticks.
Was number 44, Derek DeGraff, and number 53, Austin Zampa.
Yeah, Marauders are going to have a little bit more work to do.
Brings the ball back to the 43-yard line of the Flagstaff Eagles.
Coach Midkiff sends in the play with his sophomore quarterback, who's building a little bit of a drive right now.
3:30 left to go here. In quarter number 3, Mingus trailing by 10, 17-7 to the Flagstaff Eagles. There's the snap and the handoff. Chubb finds a lane, cuts back inside, dives across the 35, picks up good yardage, picked up what was lost and then some. They're going to put him right at the 35, a gain of 7. So, actually they say 8 yards, and it will be a 2nd and 8. 2nd and 7, rather, sorry.
And Chubb's going to sub out for a play. He kind of hobbles off. Hopefully he's okay. Just definitely putting some stress on that ankle.
He hasn't been 100% in a while.
Right.
2:30 left to go, quarter number 3. 2nd and 7. Mingus at the 35-yard line. There's the snap. There's the handoff. It's going to be a race to the corner, and it's going to be Sousa. Sousa out of bounds. Picks up the first down. Stop the clock with 2:24 left to go. Sousa, his first run of the game, and he makes it a good one.
Yep, nice job getting to the edge. Kind of thought some of the Eagles had a good angle on him. They did. Sousa just with a good stiff arm gets to the edge. Great run, gets out of bounds, stops the clock, moves the chains.
10 yards on that one. It's been running back by committee lately. Sousa's going to stay in there. Mingus, 3 receiver set, 2 to the near side. There's the snap, high snap. Sousa up the middle, and he'll get bounced back like a pinball. Maybe he gets 1.
Yeah, that's some of the toughest yards you can get right there. As the running back, you get the handoff and you just immediately hit a wall at the line of scrimmage. And you do your best to just keep moving forward, which the Marauders do there.
Sometimes there's a lane, though.
Sometimes there's a lane. Sometimes you got to make the lane. You got to wiggle through that offensive line, but the Eagles do a good job of compressing it there.
We used to tell the kids in youth football, get skinny. There's the snap. Handoff. Sousa up the middle. Tries to follow his blocks. Down to the 20. Gets forward. Pushing. Down to the 18. And then there's a flag. Now that is an interesting flag right there late at the play.
I think they're going to call that on Lacker wrapping up our running back. So how do you, Lacker's just trying to get forward momentum.
I believe that was face mask, the indication going against the
or face mask against the Eagles.
That would be much more helpful.
Yes, it would.
That would be considerably more helpful. So, Sousa picks up 6 on the run, and then the Mingus Marauders get more on the penalty, and that's going to make it first down at the 13-yard line. So Mingus still has an opportunity to pick up a first down without scoring. About 7 yards on the penalty. And here comes the Mingus Marauders. Sousa still in the backfield. It's all been run for the Mingus Marauders now. It could be a throw. A throw into the end zone. Touchdown! Mingus Marauders. Bejarano hits Stokes on the slant for the touchdown. Oh, Mingus makes it 17-13.
Oh, man, all smiles over here on the Marauders side. Remington with a rushing touchdown and now a catching touchdown. Great job, Bejarano. He knew where he was throwing that ball all the way. Bejarano does a great job dropping back. He's got plenty of time by the offensive line. They do a great job, and he rifles that ball in there.
14 yards for the Mingus Marauders and the touchdown.
Big extra point here, Jackie. Kind of looks like the Marauders might go for 2.
They're going to put the ball on the left hash mark. And Mingus is lining up to go for 2.
Mingus will line up for a 2-point extra point attempt.
And here it comes. This is huge. Here comes the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano throws. And it is caught out there. Hasseman gets the 2-point conversion. And that is going to make it 17-15. The Mingus Marauders tighten this one up. It is a 1-score competition now. We'll be back after this.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Bejarano to Stokes for 14 yards. And then the 2-point conversion is a pass out there to Hasseman, and I'm not even sure how he got that one in.
Yeah, he reached really low for that ball. Great catch. Huge conversion for the Marauders there.
So Mingus has got to kick off now and try not to kick the ball to certain very fast people, and they're going to get it to bounce. It bounces up at about the 15-yard line. Mingus tries to cover it, and down the sideline he goes, stumbling and bumbling past the 50. Fantastic return. No flags on the field, and just like that, the Flagstaff Eagles, with a minute left here in the third quarter, making a show of it. And they're going to put pressure on the Mingus Marauder defense. Hey, don't forget, we've got the Gales Chocolate Sweet Treat coming up, and it's chocolate dipped orange peels. And I've actually looked at this script, and it's quite scrumptious.
I cannot wait.
Yes. All right, see if the Mingus Marauders can stop this Flagstaff running machine, and they will. Hand it off. It is going to be bounced to the outside. Tim gets run over, and down the sideline, it goes Garcia for a fantastic gain. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line, but a gain of 12.
Yeah, all of a sudden, man, this second half, the Eagles' offense has been really, really successful. Garcia steps out of bounds, fortunately. Otherwise, he was running upfield another 15 yards, but steps out.
Two backs in the backfield once again. High snap. They will give it off to Cleary. Cleary goes to the right-hand side. Not much there. Waiting for him is going to be Ethan Moore. He'll gain a couple, maybe 3.
Yeah, Marauders defensive line does a really good job. Dawson Rice on the far side over there. The smaller guys bringing the speed to the defensive line.
Mingus needs a TFL, tackle for loss, or maybe a penalty to put Flagstaff behind the sticks. Second back will get it, comes to the near side. All sorts of running room. And it is going to be Garcia. He's not going to get the first down, but he'll be close, down to about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, going to be really close for the Eagles. And boy, talk about TFLs. Now's the time for a TFL. Tackle him backwards, make it a long fourth.
And that is going to do it for the third quarter out here, as we're going to get into our chocolate-dipped orange peels from Gale's Chocolate. It is 17-15. The Mingus Marauders down by 2. Now, this is what we are told. We are told to succumb to the temptation with every bite of these real candied orange peels, luxuriously enrobed. They're enrobed. Are you ready for this? Enrobed in silky, semi-sweet chocolate. Each piece teases the senses, the bright, I can't even say that, zing of orange mingling with the deep, velvety allure of fine chocolate. Is this about chocolate, or is this a romance novel? It is more than a treat. It's a slow, irresistible indulgence that lingers long after the last taste. You guys want to try it too? You want to try it too?
The tanginess of the orange, Jackie, and the chocolate brings such a good tangy, sweet treat.
Yes.
That is so good. Talk about romance. This is romance for my taste buds.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious.
Discover the art of pleasure. We've had Mingus fans come up for the Gale's Chocolate sweet treat because they want to participate. Discover the art of pleasure, one decadent bite at a time. Only from Gale's Chocolate on Main Street in Cottonwood. You can visit them at galeschocolate.com. 3rd and 1, and there goes the tush push, so to speak, as the quarterback will pick up the first down, and then there's extra activity. Hasseman does not get off the runner out there. So we're going to see if that's going to end up hurting the Mingus Marauders, or if there is some sort of vocal penalty out here. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and it'll be against the Mingus Marauders, and that is going to hurt.
Ouch, yep. Yep, that's going to hurt, and man, oh man, you got to be careful out there. Some of these penalties are game-changing penalties, man, especially in such a close game.
Oh yeah, that flips the field for sure. Now it is 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. It ends up being a 10-yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders. And the Eagles set up. They have not thrown the ball here in the second half, as we are just underway in quarter number 4. Flagstaff with the ball and the lead, leading 17-15. There's the snap, high snap. They give it to the second back, getting to the outside with blockers. Garcia to the end zone, and then tackled with a horse collar out there by Stokes. It's going to be a touchdown, 12 yards on the run and the touchdown.
Yep, there's the strobing lights, and man, oh man, like you call it, that was a good play call by the Eagles as Garcia finds the end zone and Remington tackles him a little late. The refs are discussing it now. But, I mean, that flag definitely came at the end of that. And it's a hold on the Eagles and personal foul on the Marauders.
So if that is offsetting penalties, then the points will come off the board.
We'll have 1st and 10.
And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line, and it'll be an official do-over then.
We'll take the do-over, because that was a touchdown Eagle. So
do-over definitely helps the Mingus Marauders for sure. And there's the handoff. Clary will bounce to the inside. Somebody grabs an ankle and down to the 8, no, maybe 9-yard line.
Yeah, Marauders defense, gut check time. Right now, it is time for a huge, huge stop.
Mingus definitely does need a stop here. This could be one of the biggest potential turnovers here for the Mingus Marauders if they can find a way to get one. Valdez out of shotgun. There's the snap, and he'll give it to the second back. Cuts it up under the middle and down to the 1. That should be good enough for a first down. It's going to be Garcia for 8.
Yeah, and might we see a tush push here?
We could see yet another tush push. Valdez right up at the line, and there's the tush push. However, we have a flag of an encroachment against the Mingus Marauders, so they stop the play, and they're just going to move it a half a yard closer.
Something I heard earlier in the season, that's dirty laundry right there.
Yes. Yes, they made a whole song about it. 10:50 left to go. Valdez right up at the line. He'll push, he'll push, he'll push, he'll push, he'll push. No call. And Mingus looks like they held him out. Nope, they didn't. Touchdown. Super late call from the man on the far side of the field. He was napping.
And one of the Eagles called it before he did. So yeah, the tush push is successful.
So Valdez will pick up the touchdown, and we'll make it 23-15. An 8-point lead at this particular moment. This becomes a huge extra point for both squads. And there is the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It looks good. It is. That makes it a 2-point contest out here, 24-15. The Mingus Marauders will get the ball back with 10:40 left to go here in this game. And, well, time should be sponsored by a tax account. We'll be back to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
Friday night lights, Saturday sidelines, and Sunday best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
And we're back at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome. The Mingus Marauders will get the ball back as the Jaws theme gets underway here. There's the kick. It is high. It is deep. It is into the end zone for a touchback, and Mingus will start at the 20 for the 6th time.
Yep, very frustrating for Tim back there, just looking for a chance to return one. And boy, McHood really good at getting the touchbacks for these Eagles.
That is deliciously orangey.
Right? Yeah, tangy and sweet.
Well,
and here we go, just like you called it, Jackie. Marauders offense last time able to put together a huge drive, march down the field, eat some clock, get some points out of it. They got to do the same thing here.
One back in the backfield out here for the Mingus Marauders. Heavy set to the right. There's the snap. Bejarano's back, looks to throw, throws to the near side. His intended receiver, Moore, well covered out there. And it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20.
On the defensive coverage.
Yeah, that thrown just a little bit too far outside for Moore.
Wonder if we have any score updates on the other side of the Grand Canyon region. Coconino hosting the the Bradshaw Bears. 2nd and 10, 2 receiver set here for the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano and the Marauders need a drive here to keep in this one. There's the snap, a run. They'll try the right-hand side. They'll pick up 4. That's going to be Sousa on the run. 3rd and 6 here for the Mingus Marauders.
And got you that score update. Bradshaw Mountain 28, Coconino 21. That's in the 3rd quarter.
Ooh, now just 7 points.
7-point game.
So they got the touchdown and the 2-point conversions, making it a 1-score game. Yep. That one could go down to the wire.
3rd down 6. Mingus.
Here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, the Mingus Marauders trailing 24-15. Trying to get this back to a one-score game. 3 receiver set here to the near side. Bejarano's back. Has a little bit of time. He's going to run. Looking for a block. Gets a block. Cuts it back up. Gets across the 35. And picks up the first down for the Mingus Marauders with his legs once again.
Yeah, what a great job by our sophomore quarterback, Bejarano, taking matters into his own hands. We saw it earlier in the game, scrambled for a nice large gain in first down, does the same thing there. He steps back, doesn't see anybody, and he knows he's got room, and he just takes off.
Saw green grass without green uniforms and said, this would be my time. Out of shotgun, there's the snap. They do hand it off. Sousa tries the left-hand side. Gets a little extra push out there from Watson, and he'll pick up 2.
Yep, that extra push from the big man up front helps him get some forward progress. As Bejarano comes to the sidelines to get the play from Coach Midkiff. It's all about execution right now. Marauders are not doing a hurry-up. Well, it's not in too much of a hurry-up mode. It's all about execution.
Approaching 8:45 left to go here in the game. 3 receiver set here for the Mingus Marauders. Near side, Bejarano out of shotgun, takes a step, steps back, puts the ball up, has a man. They're going for Stokes downfield. Oh, he reaches out and off the fingertips. 2.5 bites of Wheaties less, and Bejarano connects out there with Stokes.
Yeah, just over the fingertips. Stokes trying to come up with a huge play for the Marauders, and boy, oh boy, that was close.
That brings up 3rd and 8 for Mingus now. Mingus went for it, had a one-on-one opportunity here to the near side. Brewer, Stokes, and Ortiz for the Mingus Marauders. They're going to switch sets. 2 off the line, 1 on the line. Bejarano's back. Oh, he's in trouble, and he is going to get sacked. Down to the 32-yard line. That is going to be an ouch. Flagstaff brought the entire kitchen, including the dishwasher and the kitchen sink.
Whammy goes Bejarano. The Eagles do a good job bringing the house and making it work. I mean, when you bring the house like that, you better come up with a sack. The Eagles do there. You know, Bejarano has just another second or two. He might be able to find somebody downfield, but he doesn't. Eagles all over him.
Just under 8 minutes left to go, and Mingus sets up to go for it here on 4th down, and we have a timeout. Flagstaff is going to take the timeout. We're going to take a break with them. So Mingus gets Flagstaff. If nothing else, they get Flagstaff to use a timeout. We'll return to the NAU Walk-Up Skydome after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
So, do the Mingus Marauders go for this on what would be 4th and about 13? Actually, it says on the scoreboard 4th and 15, which is more worser than what I thought it was.
I tend to be a little bit more conservative, so I might punt this away, give your defense a chance to stop the Eagles, which, I mean, they had success doing the first half.
The Eagles don't have anybody back. Bejarano's got 1 man in the backfield. He steps back. He looks to throw. Has a man. Puts it up. They're going for Stokes. He's double covered. And I thought he came up with it. What an incredible effort. Splitting 2 Eagles out there defensively. And Mingus gambles and loses. And they'll give up the ball at their own 32-yard line.
Yep. Big gamble there. Again, just like earlier in that possession, just off the hands of Remington, man. It's so close. Remington lays out again for that, just can't come up with it. And Boy, oh boy, the defense has work to do.
32-yard line.
So when you play in the United States, it's a game of inches. When you play in Europe, it's a game of centimeters. There's the snap, handoff. They're going to go misdirection. Chloe's going to go to the outside, trying to race to the corner. Hits the corner, and out of bounds. Showing some burst of speed, Clary picks up 12.
Yeah, nice job by Cleary to just hurry up, get to the outside, because he definitely had Ethan Moore trailing him. If he would have slowed down any minute, Ethan Moore would have been all over him.
Here come the Eagles. One back in the backfield now. It's Cleary back there with Valdez. Takes the snap, and they will hand it off. He cuts up underneath. Mingus cuts him off from the outside, but he cuts it up underneath, and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe gain 1. Actually, they give him a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, big opportunity here. Defensive line, got to hold strong. Dawson Rice, Landon Backus.
Flagstaff taking their time here. Use some clock, under 7 minutes left to go in the game. 9-point game, the Mingus Marauders trailing 24-15. Back to a 2-back set out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. They give it to the second back. Little misdirection. Mingus able to get on it pretty well. Short game. Garcia runs into a sea of white. And now we have a timeout here on the field as we have a Mingus Marauder down.
Officials, timeout. Marauder shaking up on the play.
And we have one Mingus Marauder down here on the field. We're going to take a break with them. Nope. He's going to pop up. And he's going to need a little bit of help off. That is going to be Rice. Rice has been dinged up and dented for the second half of this field here. Or for the second half of the season.
In the trenches too. I mean, tonight we've seen him in the trenches, and that is no easy place to be.
That hurts for the Mingus Marauders. Ball currently sets at the Mingus Marauder 14-yard line. Garcia picked up another 2. It is 3rd and 6.
At the Marauders 14-yard line.
One has to imagine that Flagstaff would be in 2-down territory or at least in field goal range for sure. Cleary is back. He'll be to the left of Valdez. The quarterback out of shotgun here for the Flagstaff Eagles. He's got 2 receivers to the near side. There's the snap. Oh, now he's going to run it himself. He's got some room going to the outside. He'll get escorted out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line, the 11-yard line. And that is going to bring up a 4th down, but a 4th and short. And they needed 6. We'll see what the scoreboard says here.
Yeah, some of the Flagstaff linemen calling for the kick, calling for the field goal out there. And we'll see what the coach and the Eagles decide to go with. I mean, they are definitely in a spot where they can, go for it on 4th down with the lead deep in Marauders territory here.
They're going to move the ball to the left hash mark out there. 2 backs in the backfield here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. There's the snap. It's over the quarterback's head, and he is going to lose it. Mingus will jump on it. A fumble, a huge break for the Mingus Marauders, and Sousa comes up for it. The Mingus Marauders will have a chance here as they'll get the ball back at their own 33-yard line. 5:56 left to go. They're still down by 2 scores, but they were about to go down by 3 scores, and this is huge.
Huge turn of events for the Marauders there. Snap over the head on 4th down. You can only dream of that if you're on that Marauders defensive side, man. And here we go. Offense gets the ball back.
Mingus comes out in a 3-receiver set, 1 back in the backfield. Got to figure out a way to make some 1st downs here, though. There's the snap, and the quarterback's going to run it himself. He's going to bounce to the outside, just has to split a couple of defenders and out to the 39-yard line. A pretty darn good gain. They're going to give him all the way out to the 40 for a gain of 8.
Yeah, and this is where you either want to use your timeouts or try to get out of bounds because it's a 2-possession game. Clock continues to roll, 5:30 and rolling.
Both Stokes and Bejarano over at the sideline getting instructions here from Coach Midkiff. Stokes says, I'll just stay here. I know what the play is. I don't need to huddle.
Save those steps.
5-10, an expensive huddle here for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Bejarano's back, looks to throw. Oh, loses control of the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. The arm was going forward when he got hit.
Quarterback's arm was going forward.
Yeah, and that is very fortunate for the Marauders. Bejarano thought twice about that one and kind of just fell right out of his hand.
I think he may have actually gone to throw it and then decided I don't want to throw it and couldn't stop the motion. But it does stop the clock with 5:01. It is a 3rd and 3 officially out here for the Mingus Marauders.
Oh, and a flag just came in.
Oh, we do have a penalty flag on.
That's weird. That was
it's extremely weird. And what, pray tell, would this be?
Intentional grounding.
What?
Wow.
What?
Coach Midkiff is out on the field waiting to hear from somebody. How can you call that when you're about to snap the ball?
Wow.
That is absurd.
Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Midkiff's not going to get off the field. He shouldn't.
No, a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. And that was ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
His arm was hit.
You can't throw a flag when the play is about to go from the previous play. I've never seen that.
And you can't throw a flag for intentional grounding when the quarterback's arm got hit.
Yeah, the white hat just does not want to come over and talk to him.
I don't blame him at all, actually. It is now 3rd and 12 for the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano is in trouble, and he's going to get sacked.
That's face mask. There it is.
And there is the flag. And I'm not sure whether or not that is a reciprocating flag.
It could be. He was very quick to throw that one, and I got real excited when I saw that. Wrapped him up at the helmet. That's definitely going to help the Marauders out a little bit.
Wow. So it should have been wide and maybe shouldn't have been the other, but it is.
Oh, yeah, and that is going to move the chains for the Marauders.
Football to the 46-yard line.
Boy.
Move the chains, 1st and 10. Marauders.
I take back everything I said.
You can't. It's out there on tape, dude. Unfortunately, 4:54 left to go. Mingus still trailing by 9, 24-15. Mingus now has the ball at their own 46-yard line. They get the first down on the face mask. Bejarano steps back. He goes to the right-hand side, looks for somewhere to go, throws the ball, has a man. It's going to be Hasseman. He'll be tackled inbounds at about the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 9. Clock will continue to roll.
Yeah, and how about this drive right now by the Marauders? We've been on the edge of our seats. Fans are standing up here at the Dome. This is getting good. We called it, partner. Games up here in the Dome are always dog fights.
Mingus needs a hurry up, though. 4:17 left to go in this one. 4 receivers set. Bejarano takes the snap. Will pitch it to the near side. Oh, he's got running room. There goes Sosa. He's got a man to beat. Cuts inside and should have tried to get to the out of bounds, but instead gets all the way down to the 23-yard line. That is a huge gain for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, most certainly. Marauders we should be seeing some kind of a hurry up as they check their wristbands. It looks like they're ready for the next play.
31 yards on the run out there by Sousa. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. Looks, throws, has a man out there. Sousa hit. Ball is dropped. He was hit hard as soon as the ball got there. Good defensive play.
Yeah, Cullen Callender. Boy, oh boy, has he done his research and film watching there. That was a huge hit. Soon as Sosa catches that ball, Sosa's got to take a couple deep breaths after that. Sure, that knocked the wind out of him.
I can't breathe, and I'm all the way up here. 3:41 left to go. It does stop the clock, though. Mingus with the ball. 24-yard line of the Flagstaff Eagles, trailing 24-15. 4 receiver set out there once again for Mingus. They spread it out. Bejarano takes the snap, steps back, has a little bit of time, throws, has a man, and it's going to be a turnaround there by Stokes. Stokes jukes it into the end zone. He goes. The Mingus Marauders score with 3:33 left to go here in quarter number 3. A 24-yard reception. Bejarano to Stokes, who has now scored 3 touchdowns in this game.
Wow, what a job by Stokes. Catches that ball and just does a little spin move, and then he is not going to let one Eagle take him down when he can see that goal line. Man, oh man, he's a man on fire tonight, Jackie, and we need it.
Second receiving touchdown out there for Stokes. Bejarano now with 2 passing touchdowns, 24-21. Mingus down by 3. Mingus is going for 2 here. And coach is going to move people around. Stokes is going to go from the right to the left. Moore is playing the position over here on the near side. Oh, Bejarano trying to get to the corner, dives. He gets into the end zone, but we do have a flag. So let's see what happens on this point after try. Waiting to see what the call is going to be. A procedure call against the Mingus Marauders, and that's going to back it up 5. Ouch.
Ouch.
I believe E.T. said it best.
Marauders are going to have to get that one back. Down 21-24.
So now, do you go for the traditional, or you still go for the 2?
Boy, I'd be leaning more towards just kicking the 1, but Coach Midkiff's got more confidence in his offense out there.
They're going to go for 2. Bejarano's back. He throws toward the corner. No good. It's going to remain a 3-point game, 24-21. So the Mingus Marauders still have a potential tie out there, as it is a 1-score affair. 3:33 left to go in this one. It's going to come down to the final ticks. We'll be back after this.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
And the Jones Auto Center's in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out the Buckeyes.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit our new facility in Casa Grande and enjoy our country-style way of doing business. We're the Joneses.
Back here for the final 3:33. Mingus is going to kick off. Now, does Mingus go for an onside kick at this point?
Ooh, interesting call, partner. That is an interesting call. I didn't really think about that, but you could. Flagstaff has it. Flagstaff might be playing it, though. They got a lot of guys up here.
Flagstaff is definitely expecting the Mingus Marauders to go onside. You got Stokes ready to kick off. 1 deep man. Stokes is going to kick it off, and he is going to kick it deep, and it is going to bounce, and it's going to come down to about the 5-yard line. A potential return coming up. Mingus Marauders trying to contain him. They do. They get him at the 22-yard line, and 3:25 left to go. That works out well for Mingus. Flagstaff more afraid of the onside kick and the possibility of giving the Mingus Marauders the ball back. Now, Mingus defensively, 3 timeouts, has got to be able to stop this Flagstaff Eagle run. And if they can, then maybe they can get the ball back with an opportunity here.
Yeah, absolutely great call, and that's what all of us on the Marauders side is looking for right now. Good boot by Remington to pin the Eagles back.
Valdez has not thrown the ball here in the second half as of yet. 2 back set out here, 2 receiver set. Same formation here for the Flagstaff Eagles. There is the snap. They give it to the second back. That's going to be Garcia. Garcia hit hard from the side and hit at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2.
Yeah, good job by, and it's a little bit of a deceiving handoff too. Valdez has a running back on each side of him, and he's faking the handoff to one, then giving it to the other as they cross paths. So good job by the Marauders defense to recognize that, keep it at a minimal gain.
Flagstaff taking their time. Mingus not using their timeouts yet. That's an old Mingus Marauder trick, by the way.
Save them to the very end.
No, I mean fake this handoff, fake that handoff, and then hand off this way.
Oh, absolutely.
One back in the backfield. Now 3 receivers. They're going to throw. They throw the screen pass. Carpenter trying to get to the outside. Mingus contains it and gets him out of bounds. Decent gain, but not enough for the first down, and they don't stop the clock with him getting out of bounds. I don't know why they're not stopping the clock here, but they're going to let the clock roll. The new line of scrimmage is the 28-yard line. And we are going to get down to 2 minutes here real quickly. So Carpenter with a gain of about 3. That was the first pass play here in the second half. Wow.
Under 2 minutes.
3 receivers near side. And there's the snap motion, no call. They're going to throw the ball, and it is almost interception, but that will stop the clock, and that will bring up 4th down. Mingus will get a shot with 3 timeouts and 1:46 left to go, assuming they kick this ball.
Wow, exciting game up here in the Dome, as it always is. The Marauders get a chance. Tim is back waiting. Ortiz back in front of him. He's going to look to lead block for Tim, as Tim's going to look to get a return here. Got to be careful. Watch the fake, right? Because if they can get a successful fake, can't jump off sides, got to watch the fake, because a first down, Flagstaff can almost kneel it out. Almost. We do have our timeouts.
It is 4th and 5. And Flagstaff is going to take a timeout. And they're going to talk about it. We're going to take a break with them just so we can take our medication and bring our blood pressure down. We'll be back after this.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
You know, I used to just throw the orange peels away. I don't think I'm going to do it anymore. I think I'm just going to dip them in chocolate. All right, here we go. Punt formation out here for the Flagstaff Eagles. See if they try to get the Mingus Marauders to jump. There is the snap, and the kick is high, and it is going to drive Tim back. It's going to take a gigantic roll, and he'll get picked up at about the 10-yard line. He's got 3 Eagles to try to get by. 4. He cuts inside, cuts back around, and he'll get taken down. 1:29 left to go. That was probably the best hard line drive punt I've seen in a while.
One of the best punts we've seen all season from the opposing team. And of course, it's from Flagstaff up here in the Dome with just 1:30 left.
Yep. 1:29. Mingus trails by 3. They've got the ball. They've got 3 timeouts. The formation of the Grand Canyon region, or I should say the determination of the Grand Canyon region at stake. Mingus, 4 receiver set, 3 stacked to the near side. They put a man in motion. There's the snap. Bejarano's back, has a little bit of time, looks to throw, throws, and it is off of the receiver. Ortiz was being tackled while he was trying to catch it. And out there is going to be Callender, who is arguing his case.
Saying it was tipped. The Eagles are saying that ball was tipped. I don't know about that.
I do not know if it was. The flag did come out. We're going to see what call they're going to actually end up making here. 1:23 left to go. They pick up the flag. And they're going to put the ball back at the 15-yard line and make it 2nd and 10. So apparently, the young attorney has won his first case.
Yeah, group of Eagles there do a good job of persuading.
Here come the Mingus Marauders. 2nd and 10. Biggest drive of the season for the Mingus Marauders. 3 receiver set. There's the snap. A pitch goes to the outside. Seuss is going to throw the ball, throws it downfield, and out comes a flag. Incomplete pass. The Mingus Marauders had 1 receiver downfield, and that was Stokes. Stokes was surrounded by 4 green jerseys out there. And we're going to see if that is going to end up going against the Flagstaff Eagles. You would think so by the direction and location of the flag. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And the Boo Birds come out from the Flagstaff Eagles.
Yep. You can hear the singing here in the walk-up Sky Dome.
I thought Eagles squawked. I didn't know they booed.
They do.
Ball at the 30-yard line now. 1:16 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano's back, throws, has a man. It's going to be Moore. Moore is hit after the catch out to the 42-yard line. They will stop the clock momentarily while they try to move the clock. Moore gets up slowly. It's a 12-yard reception out there for Moore. Brings it out to the 42-yard line. Clock gets underway. It's rolling again. 1 minute left to go, less than a minute. Mingus still trying to get themselves set up. First reception by Moore. Bejarano's back. He's going to throw the ball, and it's caught by Moore. Moore stays in bounds, though, and he is into Eagle territory. Got to call a timeout as the Mingus Marauders will get the ball down to the 43-yard line of the Flagstaff Eagles, and they'll take their first timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back for the final 47 seconds right after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, Moore had to spin his entire body completely around to get to that ball. I am surprised that he was able to actually get to that. Bejarano now 3 for 3 on this drive. 47 seconds left to go. Mingus 1st and 10 from the Flagstaff Eagle 43-yard line, trailing by 3, 24-21. Moore is going to go to the far side by himself. He's got one-on-one, 3 receivers to the near side. Mingus still 2 timeouts. High snap. Bejarano controls it. Throws the ball. Comes down, and it's going to be tipped away. A jump ball out there for Stokes, and Stokes got his hands on it. Couldn't come down, but we do have a flag in the backfield. Did that go against Mingus?
Yeah, that's going to be a holding on the Marauders, and boy, the Eagles love that. That's going to back the Marauders up.
39 seconds. I'm not sure if the yardage or the ticks on the clock are more precious to the Mingus Marauders. So Mingus, to get into field goal range, where do you think they need to be?
I'd say they got to be inside the 20, Jackie, so they got a ways to go.
That would make it 1st and about 32 for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus still has 2 timeouts. 39 seconds left to go in this one. 4 receivers set. Ortiz and Stokes on the near side. Bejarano takes the snap, comes to the near side, and will throw the ball. Has a man. It is knocked away. That was good defensive play out there.
Yeah, most certainly was. Cleary on the coverage. Really, really good coverage as he just swats that ball down. He's right behind Remington Stokes and just gets a good hand on it. The only benefit there is it's an incomplete pass, so it stops the clock. 34 seconds left.
2nd and 20 for the Mingus Marauders. The fate of the Grand Canyon region in the balance. or at least the lower portions. We'll find out about the top end coming up here in the postgame show, 360 Automotive postgame show. Bejarano's back, takes the snap, has a little bit of time, throws, has a man. It's thrown into double coverage. Hasseman takes a shot, and it will now be 3rd and 20 for the Mingus Marauders. 29 seconds left.
Yeah, with 2 timeouts, I think you got to look at this at 2 ways. I think you go 10 yards and another 10 yards. Maybe try to get it in a couple chunks here. You do have your timeout, so if you can get something to the sidelines, get out of bounds, you can save one of those.
You still have the ability to run the ball with those timeouts. 4 receivers once again. Bejarano's back, throws, has a man, wide open. It's going to be Stokes. Stokes cuts up inside, down underneath the 35, down to about the 33. That's going to give him a first down and a timeout. 20 seconds. Mingus breathes. Oh, wait, is it a first down? They have not moved the chains. Yes, they are moving the chains. They are moving the chains. Mingus, there we go, timeout. However, the clock moved and it went down to 19 seconds.
You wonder if we're going to get that second back. I doubt it.
We're going to take a break with them. Mingus, 1st and 10 from the 33 when we come back after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini split's making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
Here we go. Mingus probably 13, 14 yards from maybe a field goal attempt. Could we have overtime? Could Mingus break one off and win this one? They put a man in motion. There's the snap. Bejarano's back, and we'll have some time. They get the ball off to Ortiz, but a flag came out. They're going to stop the ball, or stop the clock with 13 seconds. And we have an illegal shift for the Mingus Marauders, and that might have been Ortiz heading toward the line just before the ball was snapped. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 71 yards of penalties against the Mingus Marauders here in this one. It does stop the clock. However, 13 seconds, Mingus with 1 timeout. You got to get something inside the 20 at this point. They move the ball forward 5 yards? Interesting. Mingus is going to clock the ball with 12 seconds left.
So this ref is saying that it was an illegal shift.
Right.
And they didn't move the ball.
Now the question is are we going to get that second back?
I doubt it. They didn't put the other second back. So Flagstaff has snuck a couple seconds off the clock. Just got to call that out.
So yeah, it should have been 1st and 15. He wants the guy with the numbers to go that way. So the new line.
And they shouldn't have to snap this. That should be where they just, because the second already ran off the clock.
Yeah.
For this play that's about to happen.
And they are going to clock it, and they take 2 more seconds off. But why the clock was stopped on the penalty? Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, we
have all sorts of issues out here. How do you?
Coach Midkiff wants the white hat, and finally the white hat is going to come over.
Yeah, he needs to come over and have a conversation, but no, he's going to stay in the middle of the field and not do anything.
So
this is
the Eagles
horrible, man.
Definitely, the clock has just trickled off 3 imaginary seconds in the last minute here for the Marauders. 3 seconds is a lifetime when you're in a close game like this.
Well, they've taken an entire play against
it's
from
an
the
entire
Mingus Marauders.
play. Right.
And we're having a conversation out here in the middle of the field. The White Hat should have, out of respect, I believe, come over and talk to Coach Midkiff. Out of respect. I believe that Coach Midkiff has been respectful for this whole time. And they are not going to put any more time back on the clock. Oh, my goodness. 3 receivers set. Here come the Mingus Marauders. And now we're going to have another stop and play, as we have the line judge on the far side bringing a concern that Flagstaff has. Oh my goodness, 24-21, 10 seconds left to go in this one. Bejarano is back, looks to throw, throws, and it is picked off! It is going to be Curie. Cleary will save the game for the Flagstaff Eagles with an interception right here at the end of the game, and there is a flag because the Flagstaff Eagles, of course, came out on the field to celebrate before the game was over. I'm so glad that they got that one right.
Yeah, this is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And that's the only word that comes to mind is heartbreaking. This was an absolute dogfight up here in the Dome. Very questionable clock management here at the end by the home team.
Not questionable at all, really.
Yeah, no, that definitely swung the Eagles' way, and what a good football game again up here in the Dome. Partner, I've called a couple games up here. Every single game has come down to the last few seconds, this one included.
So the 15 yards will back up the Flagstaff Eagles, who, for all intents and purposes, should go into a victory formation out here. They should put the ball down at the 29-yard line. Great interception by Cleary. Can't take anything away from that one. Yep. He read the play and broke on it. Good interception out there. And Mingus takes a timeout. Why would Mingus take a timeout?
Coach Midkiff is not near where the refs are, so I'm not sure who called the timeout. Coach Midkiff is wondering who called the timeout.
I don't know who called the timeout.
Boy, yeah, I'm just going to call it. The White Hat has definitely not had his cards all aligned here tonight.
Might be an altitude thing. The air is a little thinner.
Could be.
All right, so the Flagstaff Eagles are going to be victorious. They're going to go to a record of 2-7 on this one. And Valdez will take the knee and close this one out, and the handshakes will begin. Mingus Marauders continue to be still looking for their first win. They got one more game coming up. It'll be at home. It'll be homecoming. It'll be senior night. It'll be on Halloween. Next Friday night, back at the confines of the Mingus Marauders, back at the Cave. Final score here as we get into the 360 Automotive post-game show is 24-21. Mingus had an opportunity right at the end. We will return for our 360 Automotive post-game show right after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance in the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
At the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome, the Mingus Marauders, well, they fall to the Flagstaff Eagles here by a score of 24-21. Jackie Bessler and Nick Yatsenko as we get into our 360 Automotive post-game show. And of course, they're located on Main Street. You can schedule your own appointment out here today, and you can do it tonight if you want. 360autoaz.com. 360 AutoAZ.com, and you can trust 360 Automotive to keep your car on the road and out of the shop. Unless, of course, you got to do, that little maintenance stuff that you want, and you can get it done quickly, professionally, and done the right way. Well, the Flagstaff Eagles scored on their first drive of the first half, scored on their first drive of the second half. First drive of the first half was a 5-yard dive by Garcia. The extra point by McHood was good, and it was 7-0. 4:55 left to go in the first quarter, and Flagstaff actually tried a 42-yard field goal. It had the leg, but not the direction. It was no good. And then the Mingus Marauders able to tie it up with a 14-yard pass play. Bejarano to Stokes and the Mingus Marauders on the slant get in to the end zone with 4:52 left to go. And pardon me, that was his first running touchdown. That was a 3-yard rush touchdown after a blocked punt by Backus out there. And the Mingus Marauders with the short field, they take advantage. It was 7-7. Then, right at the end of the second quarter, which made the difference in the game, the 3-point field goal out here. 25-yard field goal by Catarita, and it was good. And it was 10-7 at halftime. Well, the Flagstaff Eagles extended the lead to 17-7 at in the third quarter with 1 minute left to go. A 80-yard, that was the Mingus Marauders with 1 minute left to go in the third quarter with, the Mingus Marauders at 8 minutes left to go, 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. A 3-yard run by Cleary for the Flagstaff Eagles. The extra point was good, and it was 17-7. There we go. Now the Mingus Marauders score in the third quarter with a minute left to go. They cap an 80-yard drive with a 14-yard slant. Bejarano to Stokes. The extra point, well, not tried. It was a 2-point conversion, and it was complete out there to Hasabin, and it was 17-15 at that point, a 2-point game, but Flagstaff wouldn't leave well enough alone. fourth quarter with 10:40 left to go. A 1-yard dive by Valdez with a quarterback keeper. The extra point by McHood was good, and they extended the lead 24-15. Mingus fought back, comes back with 3:33 left to go here in the game, and they completed 24-yard pass Bejarano to Stokes for the score. The 2-point conversion was no good, so it was 24-21, and then Mingus with the last-ditch effort here in this game gets the ball back, drives it, got to get the ball somewhere around the 20. They're sitting at about the 32. They don't get any help out here from the clock management. There's all sorts of stoppages in play. There's all sorts of penalties here on this final drive, and considerable amounts of confusion on whether or not the clock actually stops with a penalty, and so on and so forth. And nonetheless, the Mingus Marauders end up throwing an interception on the second to the last play of the game, as Cleary will actually save the game for the Flagstaff Eagles, and the final goes in the books here, 24-21.
Yeah, what an incredible game. And like you called it, came down to a very chaotic last possession, as the last few games I've called up here in the Dome have been just like that. And yes, the Marauders offense came alive tonight. It was so nice to see Hunter Bejarano, a sophomore quarterback, lead the Marauders down 2 very long drives from the 10 almost, both of them scoring, and then here at the end almost did the same exact thing, pinned really, really deep. Flagstaff had the best punt of the season against us to pin us with 1:30 left. Hunter Bejarano, Coach Midkiff and the Marauders able to go downfield, a little bit of help from penalties, but mainly it was execution that just put them in a spot where they had a chance to win this thing in the Dome and just couldn't come away with it.
Nope, not tonight. And, you know, you always wonder what could have been with, you know, just a little more time left on the clock, or if this would have happened or that would have happened. We're going to take a break here in our 360 Automotive postgame show. When we come back, individual stat time when we return after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Back here at the NAU Walk-Up Skydome, the Mingus Marauders here offensively. Bejarano ends up 9 for 26, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions here tonight. On the ground, the Mingus Marauders put together their best performance of the year, 167 yards on the ground. They had 9 carries from Bejarano for 29 yards as he overcomes a couple of sacks in the game. Shane Chupp got back into the backfield here. It was nice to see him back there. 4 carries, 33 yards. Well, Stokes had 15 carries, 51 yards, and the first rushing touchdown for the Mingus Marauders in the 2025 season. Sousa looked good. 11 carries, 54 yards. He might find himself in the backfield sometime next season altogether as well. For the Mingus Marauders, Stokes had 4 receptions, 64 yards, 2 more touchdowns on the receiving end. Moore had a couple of receptions for 20 yards as well for the Mingus Marauders. On the opposite side, Valdez ended up 9 for 15, 72 yards here in the game, 206 yards on the ground for the Flagstaff Eagles, as they had a couple of different entire drives that were entirely and completely on the ground. Cleary has a good day here today. 16 carries, 82 yards, had a touchdown to go along with it. His counterpart, Aiden Garcia, ends up with 69 yards on 15 carries, and he had a touchdown as well. Valdez had a sneak for a touchdown with 3 carries for 7 yards, and Carpenter, with those end arounds, had 2 runs for for 48 yards. They were pretty successful with that. So for the Flagstaff Eagles here tonight, the biggest play is probably going to be that interception right at the end of the game. Zim had a couple of very important receptions, one for 27 yards that set him up right at the end of the first half for that 3-point field goal that made all the difference here in this one. Will Carpenter showed intense speed. He ends up with only 21 yards here for receptions on 4 receptions. So Mingus able to contain the very elusive Will Carpenter pretty well here tonight, but fall to the Flagstaff Eagles by a score of 24-21.
Yeah, and you called it. I was just thinking that they did such a good job, the Marauders, of closing down Carpenter. I mean, we saw how dangerous he could be and how big of a weapon he's been for Flagstaff all season. The Marauders took him out of the game. Almost. He had a couple good plays for them, but Marauders did a really good job defensively. And, boy, offensively, finally nice to see them find pay dirt. I mean, deservedly so. After a game stretch with no scoring, this was great to see the Marauders build on, and they'll take this into our last game here on Halloween.
Halloween indeed. Coming up next week back at the friendly confines of Mingus Union High School. Now, locally owned and operated, you can trust 360 Automotive to keep your car on the road and out of the shop, whether it's scheduled service or those unexpected pains in the muffler. Well, they'll fix it affordably, reliably, and as quickly as possible. Located on the Main Street here today. Here's a suggestion. You can schedule your own appointment at 360autoaz.com. 360autoaz.com. Do got to ask you, as we come up for Halloween, what are the expectations? We have got Lee Williams coming to town. Lee Williams is the Grand Canyon region champion from last year. They possibly struggling here with Mojave here tonight.
Yeah, the final in that game between Mojave and Lee Williams, 53-2. So Lee Williams ends up not scoring again, and Mojave just has their way with them.
Wow. So the Mingus Marauders are going to have homecoming. They're going to have senior night. Lee Williams is going to come to town to play the Mingus Marauders after a beating like that from Mojave.
Yeah, and after a big game for the Marauders offensively and momentumly. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great last game at home at the Cave.
So, what other score updates do you have for us here, sir?
Let's just cut right to the chase, right?
Shall we?
Who is the Grand Canyon region champ? It's Bradshaw. They hang on 28-21 against Coconino. That was a low-scoring second half. Bradshaw hangs on to win it.
Wow, how about that? A defensive juggernaut here in the second half. And the Bradshaw Bears, Coach Young and the Bradshaw Bears have the inside track here for the Grand Canyon region. They still have to get through Prescott, but that gives Coconino the head-to-head loss and will be a fantastic PowerPoint win for the Bradshaw Bears, which should be able to keep them in the top 8 for maybe, that first round don't got to play this one.
That would be huge. Huge. Now that they extended the playoffs to 24 teams, top 8 teams get a bye week that very first week. So, yeah, big congrats to Coach Young and the Bradshaw Bears as they look to finish the season strong against their rivals. So that is no joke, and glad you called that out because that is always a tough game between them and Prescott.
No, very true. As the Coconino Panthers, well, they'll have one more game in the Grand Canyon region as well. Mingus will match up with the Lee Williams squad. Coconino is actually no. Coconino has played everybody in the Grand Canyon region because they have beaten Mojave. So they've beaten Mingus, they've beaten Prescott, and they now have lost to the Bradshaw Bears. So that will be very interesting to see how that one works out. But they'll still have another play for trying to jockey for playoff positions. And I think Coconino is going to be a tough draw, whoever you are in the playoffs, especially in that first round.
Yeah, most certainly. These Grand Canyon region teams are tough-nosed teams, man. We got big guys up here in the Grand Canyon region. They've been serious. A lot of these games have been close in our region, and we knew that. Mm-hmm. We knew that as soon as we started region play that we couldn't even score a touchdown against some of our region teams. They are very, very good, making a push for playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, with one more week to go, the Grand Canyon region team's looking to make a push, and Mingus going to look to get the win on the last week.
Yeah, they're going to have to do it against the defending Grand Canyon region champion. How about that? Who has lost to Bradshaw and has lost to Mojave. Now, Mojave beat the Mingus Marauders 47-0. They turned around and beat Lee Williams very poorly, very badly, almost shuts them out as well, except for a safety. So. Yep. It'll be interesting to see how that matchup comes out for the Grand Canyon region finale at Mingus Union High School coming up next week on Halloween. All the spookiness can play a role, huh?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Of course it's going to play a role. I can't wait. We might be dressed up.
Will we?
I don't know.
I don't
want to give it away.
There is a cat. There is a bag. Is the cat in the bag? I do not know.
Oh, the rabbit's coming out of the hat.
Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so magician, not magician. Okay, very good. Well, we're going to wrap it up here from the NAU Walk-Up Sky Dome. We appreciate all of the festivities and, of course, the hospitality here at NAU. Once again, the Flagstaff Eagles victorious over the Mingus Marauders 24-21 as they hang on in last-minute fashion against a surging Mingus Marauder team who put up 21 here tonight. We want to thank our crew out here, Sam Jockum, our video producer. We also want to thank, Kieran Hale for being on camera, as well as Becca Bonner. I also want to thank Nick Yatsenko, and I want to say, Vinny, hi. Hi, Vinny. We will talk to you and see you soon. In fact, we'll see you next week from Mingus Union High School. And from NAU, the Walk-Up Sky Dome, we will bid you good night.
This has been a presentation of Mingus Marauder Football by Verde Valley Television. Any reproduction of this broadcast without the express written permission of Studio G Multimedia and the AIA is strictly prohibited. Tonight's presentation of 2025 Mingus Marauder Football is presented by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing. business and sporting apparel, and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic. Send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan. They've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Thanks for